rock you till the break of day. Don't be so quick to walk away. Dance with me, I wanna rock your body. Please stay. Dance with me, you don't have to admit you wanna play. Dance with me, just let me rock you till the break of day. Don't be so quick to walk away. Dance with me, I wanna rock your body. Please stay. Dance with me, you don't have to admit you wanna play. Dance with me, just let me rock you till the break of day. Talk to me, boy. No disrespect, I don't mean no harm. Talk to me, boy. I'd go and have you in my arms. Talk to me, boy. Hurry up, cause you're taking too long. Talk to me, boy. Better have you naked by the end of this song. Don't be so quick to walk away. Dance with me, I wanna rock your body. Please stay. Dance with me, you don't have to admit you wanna play. Dance with me, just let me rock you till the break of day. Don't be so quick to walk away. Dance with me, I wanna rock your body. Please stay. Dance with me, you don't have to admit you wanna play. Dance with me, just let me rock you till the break of day.
Wait, is my audio playing? Can you hear that? I was coming. I come home back. I gotta wait. Cause they know they're not fucking with me. Not today, not tomorrow. Step your hoes up. I get the hoes up. Put around them hoes up. They ain't on shit. Y'all hoes are correct. Going over there. You got my shit. Lord, bitch. Oh, come on. I'm up a bit. Drinking Mountain Dew like it's water. I still don't like them, and I'm never going to. I will say this stuff. People never have prizes too. That's it. One more. Oh, damn. I like this. All right, I think I got it. Hey man, y'all out here cooking. This ain't working for me. Not tonight. I gotta try to be serious, Brent. This is serious commentary. I can't be
Don't
on
be
here.
so quick
I
to
sing though.
walk away.
All right, I
Dance
think I
with
got it,
me,
y'all.
I
I got
wanna
mine.
rock your
There we go.
body. Please
This is what we on
stay.
today. Yeah.
Dance with me, you don't have to admit you wanna
It's the
play.
third one.
Dance with me, just let me rock you till the break of day.
Listen, am I dreaming?
So quick to dance with me. Rock your body. Let me rock. So quick to dance with me. Rock your body. Don't be so quick to walk away. Dance with me, I wanna rock your body.
Thanks for hitting the
Please
like at
stay.
3:33 in the
Dance with
morning.
me, you don't have to admit you wanna play. Dance with me, just let me rock you till the break of day.
All right,
Dance
now we
with me,
good.
just let me see so
Yeah,
quick to
right there. Now we got the right.
dance with me.
This is episode 3.
Your body, let me so quick to dance with me. Rock your body, let me rock.
Okay, I think I'm up. Oh, let me get my book. Y'all almost finished my book. Let's get our notes, people. Who did their homework? All right, so yeah, I think that's good. Oh, hold on, we don't need that anymore. All right, so here we go. Okay, all right. Y'all up too? Look, I went to bed and woke up. So we're gonna pick up, y'all. So I know I said shout out to the chat, y'all. Thank y'all. Please hit the like for me. It's late, but it's early. But somewhere else in the world, hell, the sun is up and somewhere it's going down. What's up, Jan? Y'all, this is the Wrath of Women series, originally brought to you by BG Pretty Gangster Productions and little squad, my little graphics team. This is on 3. I am late, but I ain't delayed. Okay. I needed some inspiration. I was inspired tonight. Okay. I was inspired. I'm gonna switch it up. I'm supposed to now. I know. Shout out to Mahogany Roots. I know I said I was gonna do on this one. We was going back to Egypt, but not yet. Not yet. I'm gonna wait because I had some issues with some information in inaccuracy going on with Hatshepsut, the Pharaoh Hatshepsut. Something like they the way they can change information virtually is. I mean, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised, but I got to make sure I'm giving it up right. It's crazy. If I knew 5 years ago, Wikipedia was just gonna go up in there and start editing what they originally had and reconstructing like that, I would have been screenshotting stuff. I think I might start doing that. I think for some researchers, I know it's gonna take up a lot of memory and space, but I think I'm gonna start recording a screen record of the stuff that I'm reading that's printed because everything is like virtual. Because they go in and edit and change when they just feel like it. When they just feel like it suits the goddamn narrative, they just will go up in there and edit stuff and change it. Like, who gave them permission? Playing, man, people keep on playing God out here, and so you're gonna get just what I said. You're gonna get the wrath. Keep playing God. Please keep playing God. Yeah, Chan, what you got? You in the back? ALG. We on the same page. Yeah, Chan, give me some tracks. Drop them in the chat. I did too. I had to make myself pass out because I was up the night before. It was Friday. I was just chit chatting. Then got up, did what I was supposed to do. Came back, tried to shut it down, but I was awake. So I had to knock myself out so that I could shut down and reboot because I knew today was like going to be a different day and I need to be on a different type of time and a different type of mindset. I can't go into the new day with yesterday energy. That ain't what we do around here. Every day we are born again. Every day around here we get new mercies and we are born again every day. So every day once I wake up, it's a whole nother start. And I make a decision on what it is I'm going to be like, what I choose to entertain and what entities I choose to entertain, what spirits I'm going to choose to entertain. I'm going to do all of that. And every day I restart. So I'm on the start of a new day now. Every day we new. I'm born. I don't know about y'all. Now that's not everybody. Some people wake up dead. Every day they wake up dead again. But I wake up born every day. I'm reborn to another version of myself, preferably the better. So that being said, let me see. I shared it. We on Twitter. Twitter, y'all pulling up or not? Because I know I'm on there. Hang on, y'all. Let me see. Let me go see. Let me pull up my Twitter real quick. I know I shared it. Hang on. Let me pull up Twitter. And then I'm gonna give y'all some ops and I'm gonna tell y'all what inspired me to come live tonight, and then I'm gonna get on not too long of a complaint. I have a biblical complaint. I like to address the council of my state. While everybody else out here on a Bible thumping, I have a complaint. See, I'm gonna op you on that word. I'm gonna be ops, okay? I'm playing devil advocate. Hold on, let me see, y'all. I gotta see if I'm on Twitter. Hold on, because I can't. All right. If you're not following me on here, you should. Hold on, let me see. Okay. It says I'm live. So I guess the people will just come when they want. So this is my Twitter, y'all. If y'all on there, same face. It's a different name, but you know, I can't change that Twitter. I have to be that. Like it's linked to some other stuff. So let me see. Okay, so we on there. There we go, y'all. So it is live on Twitter. All right. Okay, so that's what it looked like, y'all, when I go live on here and then I tap into there. It looks just like that. So you can see what I'm doing in real time. They don't need to be up right now though. We're good. I was just making sure it wasn't showing it at first. I don't know. I guess it just took a minute. Okay, so well, dang, I wasn't trying to do that. We don't got to be that big. Well, hold on. Um, No, I still have not fixed my layouts. I know I said I was going to do it and I didn't do it because that's what I do. I say I'm going to do something and then I don't. So because I just feel like it's time and energy that somebody else should come in my studio and do it for me. I just think I don't. You should come in my studio and fix my layouts for me. They were set up one way to go with my old brand, but that layout don't fit. So I just, I have not done that. Now that being said, I got my work, y'all. I got my notes. What's up, Riaz? Hey, Linda. Thanks for the heart. You gonna give me some Egyptian hip hop tracks? Okay, well just drop them. You can drop them here, or you can put them in the comments, and I can just pull them up, and then we can rock it out. Cause I don't really care like that about the music. Do that for me, Jan. Um, so let me tell you how I was inspired. Well, like I said, first we were gonna and we're still going to Egypt. We're gonna do Egypt, and we're gonna go to England. We got a lot of places to cover, but let's just keep it right now, so I'm not all over the place. I got a complaint. The women, me, the woman, I have a complaint. I have a biblical complaint. Okay. Now, when I say biblical, I'm saying biblical. I didn't say the word of God. See, some of y'all don't understand that they're not the same. See, I know that just went over the slow people head because they think just because they say Bible that it carries the weight that they wanted to carry. It's all type of Bibles. You got Holy Bible. You even have a unholy Bible. There's an actual an unholy Bible. Like you just can't say Bible with me and think I'm all of a sudden gonna stand in attention. Because if you send the word, then say the word of God. Like say what it is, because the Bible got all type of stuff in there. You could be saying anything. Satan all up in the Bible. So when you just say the Bible, you could be saying that I need you to put some respect on the name of the person who's the author of what you're saying. Because a couple people make some appearances in this book called the Bible, which was never a Bible until the men decided we're going to make a Bible. Before it was just the law and the word. And then some people got together and said, we're going to make a book and we're going to call it the Bible. Well, I don't got to call it that. I don't got to call it the Bible. I can give it the word. I can give the words of Christ. I don't got to say what you want me to say, and you can't make me do it. You just can't. So anyway, let me pull up a chat so I can look at it. And thank you for hitting a like. We're doing a little bit better on them. Not like how I want it to be, but I'll take what I can get. Yeah, Riaz, I don't have to say about like who said I gotta say that? That could be anything. That's when people say when they don't know what to really how to put the name on who's saying it. Who said that? That's why a lot of things are like, well, you just can't say, well, the Bible. Which Bible? It's a couple. We're talking about the Holy One, the Unholy One, the King James, the NIV, the Apostolic, the Catholic, the Catechism, that other one I have over here. I mean, what you doing? What you well, like what you're saying? Give me the word that you're saying, and then by that word, then we can test the spirit, and then I can test what we're saying, and then I can hold it to the fire, and then find out does it deserve wrath. So recent discussions. Well, first let me backtrack. Let me say this before I get into this. Okay, I'm gonna make sure I put that in there. Hold on, because I won't forget. I'll remember. Hang on. I'm finna screenshot that. Who coming up in here talking like that? Are you okay? Hang on. Okay. We can pull it up, see what they got going on. So we'll do that. I don't know what are you okay? You want me to shut up? Come make me. You come shut me up. Do that. And then I'll consider what you're saying. When you can come do that, when you can shut me up, then I'll take what you're saying serious. Until then, sit back and be quiet and appreciate somebody at least coming on here with a half a brain. Yeah, both, or I could play it on here. It doesn't make a matter to me either way. So recent conversations lately keep coming back around to people out here wanting to push the narratives that some of us we're not going. We're not going with what you want to push in our face and make me think, okay, that's how it's supposed to be. We ain't taking your original sin. You're not putting your sin on me. I done already took that off and threw it right back where it belongs. I'm not carrying unnecessary weight. I'm not carrying anybody else's cross, and I'm not carrying what you think I should carry the way you think it's supposed to be. No, I'm going to use my thinking skills. I'm going to use my ability to reason, and above all, I know how to walk with God. I don't know what y'all do, but I know how to commune effectively and get the things that I need to get, not what you're telling me I need to get. No, I don't need your. I've been lied to enough for the majority of my life. I don't need anybody else's lies. I don't need anybody else's man-made religions. I don't want to hear not a damn thing about Lent. Why are people still on here talking about Lent? Move on. If Lent already wasn't to be taken like for real as it was, y'all still carrying on something about a Lent? Am I an alien? Now I know either I'm extraterrestrial or I have transubstantiated to another type of form of existence. I thought we had got past Lent. I thought we had already talked about the Council of Nicaea. I thought we had already broken down. It doesn't have any weight whatsoever. I thought we understood that entire Lent was created for the whole reason to reconstruct Easter to fit in the spring. It's not real. It's not a real thing. I thought everybody knew that, but I was wrong. I thought we all, like, people still talking about what they did during Lent like it has some weight, and I'm here to tell you, sorry, but it doesn't. It got just as much weight as saying happy birthday to Jesus on December the 25th. When he was born in the spring, it has no merit. I don't know what y'all out here doing. People out here not eating meat, giving up. I don't know what you're doing. First of all, if you weren't even like in the Roman Catholic Church or practicing Catholicism, what you shouldn't even care about Lent, because that's a denomination of the Catholic faith practice, forced, not suggested, not brought up in conversation, forced on by the dang on Pope. He forced people to do that. Like the fact that I'm not, if you trying to make me do it, I ain't going. I'm not participating. If you think you telling me I can't eat meat, you know how long for many years I couldn't have for that period of time, I got to eat fish every Friday. Y'all be on some stuff that I be feeling like, dang, I don't know, my upbringing kind of looking kind of good now. I was concerned for a minute how I was gonna, be all right, not living in a doctrination type of society, because I'm not indoctrinated anymore. I still have the understanding of indoctrination without being indoctrinated. Now I done came out of it, and other people, y'all just walking into the indoctrination with open arms, like, take me into the indoctrination. Like, no, I'm supposed to be walking away from the indoctrination. Y'all running into, y'all want to be indoctrinated so bad. Well, if that's the case, just go on down there to the mass. Go on down there to Rome. Go on down there to the find you a Catholic church. You walk in there, you know you got to be converted. You really want Lent to count and have the weight that you think you got to do it the whole right way. And there is a right and a wrong way to do it. And it is nothing like nobody even talks about it. It's supposed to be a private matter. The fact that people out here talking about what they did during Lent and it didn't work and did it work and they're discussing, you in violation of the rules of the protocol of Lent. If you really doing it as you said you're doing, even though it's not real, no one's supposed to know anything about what you're fasting or sacrificing. And I don't even know what you think you're doing, because you didn't get called up on the pinnacle on that 40-day fast that the Messiah, after he was baptized. See, don't get me to testifying, because first of all, I'm gonna ask the people who are out here keep pushing it, like the fact that I'm not even Catholic anymore, and I understand, and then I see other people who not, but they're using the universal religion, which that's what Catholic means, universal. They're using universal doctrine. And I see this is why the wrath of a woman is real. And that's why y'all gonna end up missing stuff. And then I'm gonna circle it back around and I'm gonna call out what I want to call out, that not just me, but as women as a whole, and men too. Y'all should be calling it out too. So I'm listening. I'm like, well, wait a minute. If you're gonna do Lent, you should have been all the way back during the stages of the cross. Did you go to Ash Wednesday, Palm Sunday, during Lent? I highly doubt the strict regimen required that Pope put on people, forced people to do for gain. Anybody really can live up to that. That's why you got to stay away from trying to be the Lord, because the whole purpose, the 40 days, nobody can pull that off. You're not the Messiah. You're not the Christ. You're not the Son of God. Like, people out here, y'all want to be the Lord. So y'all want to be God. Y'all really want to be God. Y'all want to be God so bad. Y'all trying to throw y'allself on the pinnacle. Satan did not bring not a damn one of y'all up on a pinnacle after you done fasted for 40 days with during. I wanted the angels come and minister to you, because it was a lot going on. If y'all look at that 40-day fast, right? After Joshua, Jesus, as you call it, y'all call it, after he was baptized in the Jordan River by John the Baptist, he immediately went to the mountain, right? Why are people who didn't even go through with baptism, your Lent don't count. None of that you're doing counts, because you think you can bypass the baptism, and you cannot. You can't get past none of that. So I don't know what you're doing. Y'all still talking about baptism, not necessarily. That's not what it said, Mark 16:16. It clearly states that's a necessity. So we got people who just try to throw away baptism like it doesn't have any merit whatsoever. By the way, when the last time y'all even seen anybody get baptized? I'm just bringing that out. I'm just saying, people, they just gonna skip that. Skip the remission of sin part, and they want to be all the way. They want to be they want to be Christ, giving up 40 days. They want to be Moses that went away for 40 days and came back with the commandments. Only the basic 10. The law had how many? I forgot how many original commandments were in the law, the Mosaic law, which is what I'm going to bring the wrath of woman back to, the Mosaic law. In the issues of the Bible, while I'm going to have to challenge what's going on here with the woman caught in adultery, because y'all know I'm going to bring it right around every time, because according to Let Them Tell It, yeah, I still got back to the moon up there. Let them tell it over yonder. I'm the woman getting stoned all the time, but yet ain't not a damn rock hit me yet. Let them tell it. I'm all types of adulteries and torture, and because I don't want to participate in a marriage that I don't want to do. Like, I done been all these, everything. Ain't nothing left for y'all to call me to be. Every day used to comment over there. Every day, probably right now, somebody's gonna be over there. I'm gonna look down and see a comment during the live with somebody trying to let me know. I got a one-way fast track ticket to the inferno, but I won't be going. I done been there and back a couple of times, but not the way you think, not the way you understand, and you never will. So it needs to walk in the spirit through. Okay, so you done skipped a little bit, angel. Okay, well, we'll catch up. So back to the 40 days and the angels that ministered to Jesus during that 40 day. Immediately after that, something profound happened. Nobody knows during that fast, what temptation. Well, we do know that every temptation that was known that could possibly pop up was presented before Jesus. So that's the whole reason of why he was fasting, because these were the things that he was going to have to defeat. So every sin was thrown at him. Lust had to be thrown at him. Fornication had to be thrown at him. Other stuff, vices, everything that we can, every lustful desire of the flesh in all its forms, from the worst to the worst, to the, oh my God, to the abominable, had to be thrown for him to conquer and defeat. And then here comes Satan coming running over there as usual. I tell you, want to offer and bargain with somebody like he got some type of authority. Y'all don't even be talking to the devil, or y'all don't be doing nothing right now. Y'all, this ain't gonna be looking too good, y'all. When those Trump, it's just not looking so good. But okay, I ain't really here to do all that type of condemning, but it's not looking good for some folks that they're still back in the coloring book stages of Noah's Ark. Y'all still out here coloring animal pictures that you did in the goddamn on pre-K Sunday school class. And you should be past that point. You should be challenging. Wait, what am I doing? What does it mean? Who started that? Is it even biblical? No. We're just gonna keep on doing man-made stuff that was created out of greed, manipulation, and forced upon people. I refuse. I want nothing to do with it. You ain't gonna make me do nothing. You're gonna try to force me. I do it or die. Did y'all forget that was also the time that if you did not convert over to the Roman Catholic Empire, you were massacred. So y'all just going to forget that part too. So just keep in mind when y'all doing some of these holidays, you're also participating in the folk. You're supporting all the souls and people that said, I don't want to do that. Well, then die. There was no option. It was literally do or die. If do or die song was a time in history, it would have been that during the Roman Catholic reign. Do it or die. Well, I guess I just died because I'm not going to do it. So everybody could not do that. And I get it. I understand. That's a strong stance. Do or die. Ain't that do you want to ride in the backseat of my head, chopping up there, do or die. I don't think it came out like that back then, but I don't think it had that type of swag to it. I think it was kind of bloody and some guillotines and a whole bunch. That's how the birth of Bloody Mary, that everybody, Bloody Mary was the leader in that whole dang on. I'm going to just leave that alone because that's going to take us down to the Tudors, down to history and who Bloody Mary is and why she was named Bloody Mary, because she was responsible for the most persecutions and murders of people that would not convert over to Catholic faith. And that's where Bloody Mary came from, but we're not here to talk about her. We're here to talk about Mary. That Mary. So, ancient, yeah, you're probably talking about that. So, we got people still out here, even today, just of yesterday, still talking about some dang on land. We moved on, people. This is how you know it didn't have any effect. You suppose I moved on from there. After Jesus was tempted, when Satan came and said, let me bring you up here, or just took him up to the highest heights and said and showed him all these things, the false glory, the false kingdoms, all of these, and said, okay, worship me and I'm gonna lay it out for you. And he said, no, I'm good. I'll worship no one but the Lord my God. And I'm just wondering, did they get that assignment? Did anybody that participated in Lent, when y'all got done with your 40 days, did Satan make an appearance and take y'all up to the pinnacle of the earth and show you kingdoms and offer you all types of riches, a life, ask you questions, tell you to throw yourself off a mountain? Did any of that happen? Oh, he didn't show up. Okay. Well, the reason Satan didn't show up and do that for y'all like he did for the Messiah, because, well, you don't have that type of weight. You don't have that weight. Your fast or whatever you call yourself giving up, it did not do what you thought it was going to do. You did not get any brownie points in the kingdom of heaven. No one wrote your name down and said, Beachy gave up drinking soda for, like, no one's doing that. No one's keeping that type of record. Are you kidding me? This is not there's not a ledger going on like that. Like, let's keep account. Okay, we got Ancient over here. They did that. We got Brandy. Okay, OG Brandy. Okay, he's still smoking cigarettes, but he did give up the Black and Miles, so he gets 3 points. We're gonna give Linda an extra star sticker by her name because she decided she's not gonna curse for 2 weeks. Are y'all out of y'all mind? If that's it, then what do we need the baptism for? We don't need no remission. If that's all we got to do, that's the whole point. Some things just can't be done. So that's the whole point of the remission of the sins. Okay. So I'm just trying to understand how did y'all not, if you're going to do the land, do it right. And by right, there is no right way to do it. So do the wrong. You can do the wrong thing the right way. That's what I'm trying to say. If you're going to do the wrong thing, do it the right way. Follow it to the letter, which, again, I'm gonna bring it back around to that Mosaic law and tell y'all what my issue is and why no one's calling out in the Bible the inaccuracy of some of these testimonies. And we're gonna come back to the woman that they caught in the very act of adultery. So says the men that wrote that, leaving out some important key factors. I got questions, and my questions deserve to be answered. And not only I did get an answer. I got a good answer, but y'all got to get your own. And I will give you some of it, because some of my work, I don't know, man. I just feel like you just can't. I'm not gonna give no cheat sheets. Y'all got to put in some work. You're gonna have to put in some of your own work. If you don't have advanced analytical type of thinking, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, because everybody doesn't have the same brain. But at the very minimum, don't just let the blind lead the blind. Don't just be willingly walking into a ditch and then coming out of something figuring out, like, why didn't it work? Who told you that was going to get you? What did you think was going to happen? You can't bargain with God. Now you can go bargain with the crossroads down over there. You can bargain with all type of demons. You can bargain with the devils, but you can't bargain with God. You can't go manipulating. You know what? I'm not gonna curse, and I ain't gonna smoke no and I'm gonna prove my. You can't do none of that. He don't care about none of that. You can't manipulate. Like the type of manipulation on witnessing is astronomical. He's not impressed, because the very things that you're talking about, you're willing to give up. What about the stuff that you're not? Okay. Because I ain't when I hear somebody come out here and say, you know what, I decided to give up working for 40 days and just live like John the Baptist in the wilderness and eat locusts and grass, I might take you serious. You ain't sleeping out in the mountains don't come talking to me. You have not sacrificed anything. You did not go up to the mountains, backpack it with nothing but a linen robe and a hope and a prayer, and come back barely alive. No, you did not do that. Stop playing. You can't do it. It can't be done. If it could have been done, it would have been done. It can't be done. But let me know how that works out. Okay, make sure y'all have a recording so we can know you went to the mountains for 40 days and 40 nights and fasted and prayed the whole time with no food or water or any of the such. We want to see proof. We don't believe you. You can give. I gave up candy. That ain't that hard to do. Sugar comes in many forms. You can't even give up sugar and everything. Like the stuff people give up, like the fact that when we used to have to do Lent, mine was always so superficial because the stuff, it was like, yeah, I'm gonna no sugar, when it's like when sugar and everything, and you over there secretly eating a peppermint. Like, does this count as candy? Like you really doing something nefarious because you gave up sweets for Lent, but then you ate a peppermint. Now you over there on your knees asking for forgiveness for eating a peppermint. Man, stop playing with me out here. Stop playing, and please stop telling people to come out here and repent. You repent. I don't need to. Number one, I'm already forgiven. Number two, who are you to tell me I need to go repent? You need to go back to sleep or go back to the 40 days that you was trying to accomplish. I really came back like y'all the Messiah, telling people to repent. Did you add in there and go be baptized? Because that's exactly what his words were. Repent and go be baptized. For the remission of your sins. You going to put the rest with that? While you're at it, do you also plan on healing people? Do you plan on growing limbs out here? Do you really think you're casting out demons? Or are you inviting them in? Oh, you weren't granted those type of superpowers? Okay, because those were superpowers. You can call them whatever you want to, but I think that's superpowers if you can make somebody's arm grow. They didn't have, we ain't talking about a basic healing. Like these stories that the healings that were done after that entire 40 days and 40 nights, people with no limbs were watching a limb be grown. Documented. And ears were like, wait a second. That's why they were like, what type of sorcery is this? You growing limbs, growing body parts, putting eyeballs in sockets that weren't there. This was some superpowers going on. Go do that and then come and have a conversation with me, because I don't think something didn't work right. I don't know what happened, but your Lent wasn't lenting. Your Lent wasn't lenting because you ain't gave up anything that you really, really value like that. Did you give up money? I haven't heard nobody come back and say for 40 days and 40 nights, I didn't touch not a one dime. Did you do that? You know why? But yeah, that's what I thought. See, when you want me to start taking you serious, come back and tell me I went 40 days and 40 nights and did not touch one penny, not a dime, not a nickel, not a quarter, not a dollar. Okay. Because you need money to live, right? Yeah. You need even not just to live, to purchase the things that you wanted to purchase, whether they were frivolous or necessary. So give that up and then come talk to me. I don't want to hear nothing about you didn't come online for 2 weeks. I don't want to hear nothing about you gave up cussing. No, you didn't. You're still cursing in your head, and swearing doesn't. You know when you can curse people without saying the words. You're still cursing. You're just finding a different way to do it. You know how I know that? Because I do it all the time. I can slap curse you out and not use one profane word and still accomplish the same thing. I don't need the profanity to cuss you out. So you have done nothing. You're still cursing people out. Life and death, curses and blessings come from the tongue. So the way, depending on how I formulate my words and how I speak and what I deliver, I can cuss you out. Like I'm going to show some right now. This is me cussing somebody out over there at the who think they're not touchable empire. Let me show you how I cuss them out. I ain't giving them no profanity, but I'm going to show you how I cuss them out. Let me go play them. This for them over there, because I know you over there talking cash money, but talk this. Let's have a little interlude real quick, because we still got some people over there and some women who really think they can outbeat you, but you cannot. You cannot on your best or your worst or your ever ever last day on this earth ever out beachy beach. I don't know what y'all over there think you're doing. Y'all can do all those little shorts. You can put it in there. You can put an unholy woman. You can try all of that. But what you're not going to do is come over here and say it to my face. You're not going to click a link, and you're not going to out beach me. And so for your whole crew, where's your little presentation? So we got the spades people over there who a whole fake Muslim and an atheist still over there thinking you know me. Why do I don't know why I keep coming up in your conversation. Oh, BG, oh, no. Bro, I don't like you. This is how much I don't like. I'm going to show you. I told I'm never going to be y'all's friend. Hold on a second. Yeah, that's what I should have had in the back. Let me put that back there. Let's do that for them. We're gonna let them see. So for those people over there at that crew, okay, the fake spades over there that aren't even Americans, no offense to the rest of y'all, but stay out of our you don't even believe in any God. So we don't need you trying to use me for nobody example. I'll be your example, okay? I know how to. I'll be the example. I'm gonna do a
per capita. You have gotten away with tethering and probing in America's business for too long. You're under arrest. You dare challenge me? This ends now. Take his bow and arrest him. He's not welcome in America.
You dare challenge me?
Yes, I do. This ends now. Get him.
You will regret this, Beachy.
Child, no one is untouchable.
So we want to thank our graphics team on that little clips. That's for all y'all over there with the think you untouchable fake ass empire. You're not. I don't like a thing about you. What y'all are trying to do to women and what you continuously do, you're going to pay the cost for it. And every time you see my face, every time one of y'all comes sliding over in the comments, every time y'all want to use those clips of me and the things I said and whatever, I said what I said and I meant what I said, and I'll say it again. And you can't do a thing about it. You are not my God. You are not any God. You're not even a demigod. You're not the lesser gods. You're not the lowercase letter G gods. You're just fillers. So stay in a filler place, okay? You don't know anything about what I'm doing. Talking about unholy. I got, yeah, okay. So that was me showing you how to cut somebody out. And I ain't said not one profanity. And we're going to dedicate that part of the live to them fake ass spades over there. Y'all fake it in a $3 bill, and every single woman on your platform and in your chat is just as bad as this Bible that I'm about, this particular part of the Bible. I didn't say the word of God. I said the Bible. That we're going to bring the wrath on. Okay, we're going to bring the wrath of woman because here y'all go again trying to persecute us. Sorry about not having y'all comments up there. I apologize. Here y'all go trying to persecute us. So let's unpack it, right? Why? Let's go to the woman caught in adultery. And we're going to use that because currently we still got the men over there that's mad. I don't like them. I don't like what they're doing. And I can look them dead in their face, click their link and tell them they're not shit. They're never going to be. And what they're trying to do by tearing women down over and over on a daily basis, nonstop, is going to reap retribution. And it's going to come in a form that they didn't even think what happened. They least expected, like Beachy. So I'm going to be your wrath until you just can't take it anymore. Because that's what you get. That's what you sowed. That's what you're going to reap. So back to them who always want to go trying to preach adultery, as if they even understand what truly qualifies as adultery under the Mosaic law. When did it come in? Why was those rules brought in, and what's going on? So without me going all the way back to why that was brought into the commandments, it was for obvious reasons. People were abusing all the wife swapping, and the men, y'all did this. The men abused The wives, the switching up wives and mistresses, all on the "I need an heir" excuse. It got abused and got taken and just ran wild and rampant. It was a hot mess. So yeah, the law had to come in and bring some order in an orderless type of procreating that was going on. It was causing confusion, y'all. People's last names carry weight. You might be the last name of what it is that you carry. And then you got somebody else over here that's getting challenged and out of the wedlock, out of wedlock. It's a lot of, it was back then, bastardization was a serious thing. Illegitimacy would get you killed back then. You could be considered an illegitimate person. You couldn't get no work. They wouldn't let you eat. You couldn't go to the dang on temple. You couldn't worship. Be born. I don't see anybody doing that. Now, I'm not going to even piss off everybody, but be considered illegitimate back in those times and see where you won't be left for dead. That type of struggle is a struggle we couldn't even understand. But y'all over there still talking about a baby mama and a baby daddy. Please go back to them times and see what you would have got for not living your child. Why are they not with you? You wouldn't have made it. They would have stoned you. But that being said, I want to go back to where is the man in this story. So if we go to the verse, and I'm not about to pull it up because we should know the passage. I shouldn't have to be pulling up stuff that if you don't know it, then you can just listen to what I say and then you can go back and pull it up for yourself. So this is the story, and then this is where I want to challenge the law. And I am challenging the Bible, and I am bringing out the wrath of woman, because once again, here y'all go trying to put us as the example of everything that's going wrong, everything that's sinful, everything that's unclean, everything that's defiled. You keep trying to consistently put on the woman, and we not having it. Now, I got questions. Why the men? Why our ministers? Why you self-proclaimed deacons over there? And I do mean self-proclaimed because nobody deaconized you. Deacon ain't even a biblical word. What is a deacon? A person that just won a title that couldn't make it into the royal priesthood? Okay. What is a bishop? Okay. Yeah. What is a pope? Well, y'all love having titles. You just can't be a regular person. You want to be a apostle, the disciple. Y'all want to be the Messiah. It's okay to just be a regular person. Some they could just be regular. Linda, they don't got to be always wanting to have a title. They can just be a regular person. That is perfectly fine. Because what you're not going to be is a son. I know y'all say sons of God, but you will not be the one only begotten son. How about that? You are not the only begotten son. You can't do that. So just be a person. How about start there before you want to go up and title yourself? Now that's what the Pharisees do for love titles, love names, and the pagans too, and the Gentiles. They all guilty for it, but I'm not here for that. So I want to hear about this woman. I want to know the attempted stoning of a woman that was claimed to be caught in adultery. Well, if we go back to Leviticus in chapter 20, I said, well, hold up, what was the law on that? Because something about that story never hit right with me. We would read the passages about Jesus showed up. The Pharisees found a woman who was committed. It said, the word says that was found, that was committing the very act of adultery. That when it's worded that way, the very act of adultery mean let me just say it as it is. They caught her in the act of getting it in with someone that was not her husband. The act of it. It didn't say she was accused or believed to be. She was caught doing it. She was caught smashing with somebody that was not her husband. Okay. People did those things. People smashed with that wasn't their wives and that wasn't their husbands. Hence, Now we got adultery as a commandment that don't commit that act. The law stated, going back to Leviticus and in Exodus, it states what's the punishment for adultery and what's considered adultery. So that means, according to this woman who mysteriously, first of all, let's paint the picture, right? What are the odds of a group of self-proclaimed religious men busting in my house and catching me doing something with somebody else? Next to none. So I'm just trying to figure out who was peeping through this lady window, like what was going on here. But that's neither here nor there. They never give you, well, how did y'all find her? What house did she come from? And what all y'all, 10 of y'all, I don't know how many Pharisees was out there. It was like about 10 of them. So y'all just walking around looking for sin. Y'all just out here peeping in people's windows. Shouldn't you be over there in temple or something? Shouldn't you be over there doing something? It just seemed like that whole story never sat right with me. Like, okay, that was from a child. And then I grew up. Then I looked into the law, and the law says, first of all, to catch people in the act of adultery, you have to actually witness them making a connection. You just can't see me sitting over here talking to goddamn ancient and say, oh, she over there. No, you got to catch me booty butt naked, clothes off, and actually in that act, not about to do it, not thinking about it, not romancing, like really in the act, meaning flesh and is caught connected. Then the people would be pulled apart, and just as they are, just imagine it, flesh pulled apart. So you got a lot of stuff going on. Okay, we grown, relations can get a little bit messy. It's not it's not supposed to be a dry experience. Although I'm gonna leave that alone. But it's not supposed to be a dry experience. So you pulling flesh apart, things are gonna present themselves as they are. That's the very act. So once these people are caught, they're supposed to be taken out immediately, like dragged out to the streets. This was in the Mosaic Law. Dragged out in the streets for everybody to see. So you got to have me out here in the streets. I got to be stripped, not clothes stripped off. They're already off. No one has to touch you. You're not even supposed to, because they're already defiled. So you're not supposed to be doing too much touching. That's the whole part of dragging them out and leaving them as they are. They got fluids all over them. She got all her juices going. He got his stuff going. Hair everywhere. DNA all on each other. That's how they're supposed to be witnessed. So it could never be a misunderstanding. Like, no, this is how we found them. And this is how we brought them and presented them to the people. Or the judges, as it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be brought forth before the actual judges, but we see that didn't happen in that verse. So here we go with these Pharisees who really thought Christ didn't know the law, right? Because Moses brought the law, but it says Jesus Christ brought grace and truth. So he's going to bring the truth out. Now, here's a part of the law that I have an issue with. Whether or not that woman was actually caught getting down with someone other than her husband, that's not concerning me. What concerns me is, where was the man? And I apologize, I couldn't get y'all comments, but I don't want to lose my thought. Where was the man at? Because he's not in the story. Where is the man? According to the Mosaic Law, both the woman and the man were supposed to be dragged out and put before the judges in the middle of the street, unclothed and defiled. There's not a single man mentioned in that story. Where did he go? So somebody's lying. Somebody lying. Somebody in that book is not being truthful. Because if the law was correct, then that was an illegal execution they attempted. That entire thing was illegal. Under the Mosaic law, you cannot just pull one party out and go stone them. Both of them together were to be pulled out, defiled, without their garments, and witnessed, meaning somebody had to have watched and actually saw, oh, wow, there's actually penetration going on. Get them, run in, drag them out, booty butt naked, in the streets, men and women alike. Brought before the judges, brought before the seat. This is how we found them. These are the witnesses that actually saw this happening, documented, and then you can stone them to death. See, I'm not here to challenge the stoning. I'm here to challenge the illegal stoning. It was an illegal execution. So you don't bring the man out. And y'all want this adulterous woman over and over. Y'all keep on coming back to that. The woman caught in adultery, the whore, the harlot. Yeah. I'm not trying to hear none of that. Until y'all go back and find the man and show me him. And why he wasn't there with her to be stoned, I'm not taking any of what that story said as credible. That was an illegal execution. That is why they could not stone her. It didn't have anything to do with he without the words of Christ. The word of God is different than me just saying the Bible. The word from God was he who is without sin cast the first stone. Now, that verse is not meant for us to take and say, oh, without sin, throw the first stone for people for you to get a pass on what you're doing. No, that's not what he was saying. When the Messiah asked them that, it was because they were breaking the law. Every last one of those Pharisees, all 10 of them, whatever number it was, I got 10 in my head, but if the number's wrong, it don't even matter. There were a synagogue of them. Y'all, they were lying and they were breaking the law. And they drugged that woman out, put her before him, and actually thought that they could execute her and do an illegal execution off hours because the judges weren't present. You know why a judge wasn't brought out there? Because it was night. It wasn't even during lawful hours. So you're doing an illegal execution, an illegal stoning without the other party during non-court hours. And somehow that made it into the Bible, and nobody goes back and questions, wait a second, why do they keep putting this on the woman? Where is the man? And when I read that and I say, well, and Jesus and Christ says, he without sin cast the first stone, it didn't have anything to do with, well, they thought about themselves and their lives and they sinned too and they felt bad and they just dropped the rocks and walk away. No. They were being called out for right in this very moment. Y'all deserve to be executed because you're breaking the Mosaic law willfully in public, basically defying God and about to kill somebody, because this is not a justified stoning. Y'all do know the word Yahshua in Jesus means justice. Whether or not you do know it or not, it doesn't matter. That's what it means. It means justice. Yeah, Jesus means justice. Again, he came to bring grace and truth. So when I hear y'all keep coming back to that story and he without sin cast the first stone, I need y'all to go back. Ladies, we're not doing it. We need them to explain to us, where was the man? How did an illegal execution how did it even make it in there? And I get why I made it in there. We were supposed to be challenged and use our analytical thinking. We're supposed to actually look at the law in those times and say, well, what considered adultery back then? Like what had to be, it's written right there. So if you go to Leviticus, somewhere in chapter 20, around up to 12, it tells you these type of things step by step, all the way from the smallest, don't wear two different cloths of material at the same time. Like some very, very, oh, okay, well, dang, what's going on here? You can't wear linen and cotton at the same time. Like it's some stuff that seems real, like trivial, but then there are some major things, right? But that particular one is unsettling because it's 2026 and it's still not being corrected. Ministers and pastors, deacons, whatever you call yourself, popes, archbishops, cardinals, all of you all alike. All of you men-dominated type of positions are not correcting that story and letting the men know you're not getting off the hook, because had it been done properly and that was actually what was going on, they both would have been executed on site at the appropriate time when the courts open. 24/7 hour courts have never existed. Now, 24/7 somebody doing something they're not supposed to do has happened. Hence, the crucifixion of Christ. That was illegal in itself. So here we got a whole group of men who are supposed to be following the law to the T, lying, done drag some woman out of her house to try to make as an example. Let's play this part again, because I gotta knock and buck on a couple of people's head. This is for you, untouchables.
Per capita, you have gotten away with tethering and probing in America's business for too long. You're under arrest. You dare challenge me. This ends now. Take his bow and arrest him. He's not welcome in America.
You dare challenge me!
Yes, I do. This ends now. Get him.
You will regret this, BG!
Child, no one is untouchable.
I'll be damned if an atheist tell me anything about the word of God. Y'all can say Bible all day long. You just saying the word Bible, but it'll be a cold day in hell before an atheist ever jump up on this internet and think you about to put me to the cross. You can't even read the word of God. You don't even know what you're talking about, sir. I need you to stay your ass over there in Portugal and mind your atheist business. You don't see me coming over there telling you how to be an atheist. You know why? Because I don't care. You don't got to believe in nothing for all I care. Your soul got nothing to do with me. Nor does mine have anything to do with you. So keep on playing with my name, and I'm going to keep on coming back when the mood hits me and reminding you, you're not even welcome over in our conversations. I don't know who lied to you. Those women over there all lying in your face because they have extremely low self-esteem and very bad looks. They don't have the confidence to tell your stupid ass, sir, you believe in nothing. Why you out here trying to call who's an adulterer or not and what counts? You don't know. You don't even know what the word adultery means. You can't tell me nothing about nobody God because you don't believe in any. You think you're your own God. You a whole self-proclaimed atheist. And you want to think you're going to hold me to the standards of a book that you can't even read? If you don't go back to the border and stop trying to put me up there on your goddamn shorts or whatever, saying what I said, what I said. I quoted what I quoted. But you, however, have no God. Quit trying to use the word of God to come back talking about someone. Are you serious? You don't believe in nobody. And the fake Muslim over there, you are no better. You just want an excuse to fornicate with as many women as possible because you don't want to make a commitment. Because as you said, you refuse to be tied down to one woman. Why are you over here trying to quote Ali? Why are you over there still trying to use the Bible? Beating these women on your panel down, and why they allowed it, I don't know, because y'all know I'm not the 1 nor the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to the 8, 9, 10th power. I'm not now one of those numbers. So you had the right one on the right. You had the right woman, wrong day. Wrong woman, right day. Whichever way you want to play it, you had the right one. So I keep on, go ahead, keep on putting me on them little thumbnails as unholy woman. What did it say? Woman of God exposed. Keep on playing with the woman of God exposed. You could please keep exposing me, and I'm gonna keep on running it back and expose. You don't have anything to expose. You have nothing. You are not Pharisee. You ain't came in my house or caught me out here, drag me. You have not witnessed me doing anything. Nothing. You don't know nothing about me. But I will be your example. And by being your example, I'm going to come right back to this story and show you how the men do it, which is hence why we're right here. This is why we're here. Every bit of frustration comes out. Who do you think you are? If you're going to give it up that way, give it up the right way. Go and let's go through the whole law. You'll find out no one can do that. That's why the Messiah said, no one can do these things. It's impossible, but through me, all things are possible. And by that, only your faith is going to get you through. No one can do all those things. But why do you keep putting the women to a standard that you're not holding the men to? Because if that's the case, then call out the men out here. When did y'all get a free pass to do as you want to do? But the minute you see a female who said, "No, I'm not going that way. I'm not doing that. I can't do it." You think you got some authority to condemn me? You got to be out of your everlasting mind. You have no power here. You all are weak and you are simple-minded and you are slow. The day I said, no, it was Mella. When Mella came up here and said I had a whole legion of people that would support me, y'all took that word legion. Let me show you how simple-minded you are. You took the word legion, ran over there, and then I became the Antichrist again. For the 15th millionth time on YouTube, I became the Antichrist again. Again. Okay. Because if I'm anti, y'all gonna have a problem. If I'm what y'all consider for real, like these comments say, let me see if I screenshot them. I did. I'll upload the comments, y'all. With me being, I've been out every other day. I'm Satan reincarnated, right? If I'm your worst enemy, y'all gonna have some problems. If you think y'all in big trouble, I'll just put it to you that way. If I'm as bad as it get, don't get with a woman like Beachy. Somebody in the whole comment talking about you showing your daughter my video, your 3 daughters my video. Your comment should be brought up. I think I put it. Let me put that comment up. I'm gonna put that comment up on I screenshotted it. We're gonna look at his comment about some guy using my stance on the divorce and marriage as an example, that he's teaching his 3 daughters not to be anything like me. First of all, you don't need to be teaching them nothing. Their mama should be teaching them. You're supposed to be a protector and a provider. Second of all, I'm not your daughter. So don't be coming into the comments thinking you can tell me anything. Sir, you're not my dad. And you're for sure not my God. So please, by all means, do let them see these videos. Y'all need to watch it, because if you go by what these men say, you will grow up hating yourself, hating your skin, hating even being a woman in its entirety. How dare you? It just made y'all feel some type of way because I called out the hypocrisy in the divorce decree. It made y'all feel a type of way when I said, nah, I don't want to take a chance. And you couldn't get me out the box. The men are really mad because the very game that you served to me, I played it right back and I played it better. And you don't want to give me credit. But that's what y'all did. You want to box me in? Okay. I know how to dance in a square. Did you consider I might be able to know how to, in a square, I can dance. I don't need a whole floor. Give me that square and I can turn an entire square into my whole stage. just like this platform. I can within this square. I don't need the whole board. I can have it just this small right here. That's all I need. That's enough room for me to do everything I need to do. It is. I don't need that. But that's all it take, y'all. If y'all wanted to box me, okay, I'll be boxed in. But watch what happens. You are not the Lord. You let people, yeah. Now y'all looking crazy. So we got the men over here on one side from the fakest sphere I ever seen in my life. I hear condemning women, trying to harlot women, like what, deciding what's considered harlotry or not. Some of the biggest pornography watching, send me a nude watching. I didn't ask for your peen pick in my DMs type of people. Y'all got some audacity. You know that, right? You don't get a free pass to come out here and act like whoremongers on the internet. Terrible stories. And then think you're going to sit on the panels and try to use me as somebody for an example because I make a decision to not cohabitate. I don't care married or not. I'm not doing it. And I have a valid reason. And even if I didn't, it's my choice. You can't make me do nothing. None of y'all can beat me down to where I finally say, okay, I'll just do what y'all want me to do as a woman and go live with a man and be submissive and subservient. Good luck with that. I don't think it's working. You don't have a whip big enough. And my posture is very well. I tend to sit up straight, not hunchback, bent over like them broke back bitches you got over there. Okay, we have confidence over here in a nice, healthy spine, and our posture is poised, and our head is held up, not looking down, beat down, sad, busted, disgusted, and over here being caused all type of things. You all women, y'all are sad creatures. I would never let a man on my panel sit up there and tell me I was equivalent to the devil. Are you kidding me? If that's what you want, then wake it up. We can put it to the test. You do know there are ways to find these things out. If y'all want to get spooky deep, we can get spooky deep. There's ways to, it's very simple. Sum it up the very things you are calling for. If you want to be that bold with it, if y'all going to get that bold, then let's do it. I dare you. You have no idea what I'm capable of. You have no idea the type of things how far I'm willing to go to prove a point. If you did know, you might scale back a little bit. Because I'm pretty, if you got a question, we can just ask them. You could just, right, Linda, we could just ask them. You can ask them to show up. I'm pretty sure he'll say, no, she ain't me. Because, it's what does it say about a kingdom divided? How did it say, how can Satan cast out Satan? See, we're going to have some problems there. If I'm the devil, y'all in trouble. Let's bring this up right here. Legion is simply a unit of measure. Right. So when Mela said, BG, they know you have legion, they took that and I said, absolutely. They took that and ran over there and the video's still up with me saying it. I'm not going to, because I am. I'm exactly what I am. I am a legion. We got a whole stadium in Birmingham called Legion Field. Because it's able to hold such a capacity of people. They took that word legion and turned me into the goddamn demon king. Like, because they only know the word legion from the Bible. Here we go with the Bible. You have never heard anybody else use legion in any other context. You do know legion wasn't just brought into existence with that casting out of those demons in the New Testament. When Jesus cast out the legion of demons into the swine, that's not the first time the word legion had been brought up. When the demons said, when he asked, what is your name? They had a bunch of names. An unmeasurable amount. Too many. It's a lot going on here. Y'all are so simple-minded. They took that word. Now I'm over there. I'm all types of antichrist again. I'd have made it another year being antichrist. Bride of Satan again. Like y'all got, it's getting, I don't know what to say. I'm about to start summoning some stuff, but we're going to find out real soon because, I'll go there. If you want to take it there, I'm willing to go. Now, I don't know if y'all going to be okay with the results, but I have ways. If you know me, I have ways. We can ask. I mean, did you bother to go over there and ask the demon people? There's an entire section on this app. A whole people that actually practice and study demonology. They have a whole community. I don't hang out over there, but there is, and I done peeped in a couple times just to see. Ooh, my gosh, they're really serious about their warlords and stuff. All hail to the warlord. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to laugh at anybody's beliefs because I really don't care. But the way they doing over there, y'all, I be over there spying in on the goddamn Luciferians, and the way they be talking, it's just giving. Are y'all for real? And I know they can feel me in the. I could tell. I could just tell something's like, what is she over here doing? Because I be watching like this. Yeah, this how be busting up. Let me show y'all. This how be busting up over there. The Luciferians like this. It's me over there playing in people's face. That's me over there playing in people's face. Warlord. Okay. All hell. Okay, that's not funny. But when they talk, they gotta be like, all hell. The fact that they actually use the word hell, all hell to like, okay, I'm probably gonna get in trouble for that, but I just had to say that they really be trying to prove their love and loyalty to Lucifer over there, the Luciferians. But I'm gonna leave them and their Lilith alone before they get upset and try to flag me for speaking on them. They have a right to practice their religion. Everybody has we did that video already. Everybody has a right to practice whatever religion or faith they choose to. If that's what you want to do, go on over there with Lucifer and Lilith and all the other characters and do what it is you do. I don't care. That I got what does that have to do with me and what you choose to do? This.
That ain't got shit to do with me. That ain't got shit to do with me. That ain't got shit to do with me.
I guess that I also can go for all you people jumping out here now and wanting to be like the Bible, 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 Bible. Y'all out here pop locking the Bible like it just came into existence and wanting to put your afflictions on everybody else when I got my own to carry. Don't come out here trying to be self-righteous in my face and judge me. Your afflictions are yours alone. Your crash outs are yours alone, just like my crash outs are mine alone. Your rock bottoms are yours alone, not mine.
That ain't got shit to do with me. That ain't got shit to do with me. That ain't got shit to do with me.
That don't got nothing to do with me. Leave me out of your story. Don't be adding me in because you see me and come through in a chat and think you're finna point. And what about her? Don't you? Where's your Greek? Don't try it. Because I promise you, if we really start to go there, I'm gonna take it there. You have no idea. I've been doing this for way too long. You good luck catching up. I could take a nap and go to sleep for about 5 years, and you're still not gonna be able to catch up. You can't. I've been processing stuff and studying stuff and look. I know what I do. I know what other folks do. It might not have shit to do with me, but I still know what they do. I also don't care. I could care less. Like, what do I care? Go ahead, go over there. Walk across hot coals if you want to prove that you how much you love God. You want to burn your feet? Oh, go right ahead. If you want to jump off a cliff, waiting on angels to catch you, go right ahead. They don't have anything to do with me. Nor do what I got going on got anything to do with you. So how about that? Because we can bring up all type of stuff. We can play a lot of videos. This whole app is a whole record of what we were at one point in time and currently what we are now. So let's just be mindful of that. Hey, Sar, good morning. What is going on with you? So we done, yeah. I'm over here. I'm a lead. She said she's demon. I heard her. She said she's a lead, but I am, and I have it ain't nothing demonic about that. Y'all see demons in everything. Something's really wrong with you. Demonization is a real medical condition. Y'all see in everything. I can't do the fact that somebody took. Yeah, this is how. Let me tell you how symbolism really has affected a particular group of people. And you know what, Information Man was right. Shout out to him. Shout out to my brother Alpha. Information Man said, our community and symbolism, we go too deep into it. We look for meanings that don't even exist. We'll create something and make it that it don't exist. Somebody actually tried to compare me wearing 2 ponytails to horns. Now, see, I would have never thought that. I just thought I was popping off 2 ponytails. But how y'all were able to take my head and make me I didn't know these were horns. Nobody bothered to let me know. So if I pull them up like this, do that make me be more of a lamb? Like, what are y'all doing here? Like, you can't. First of all, horns. Y'all just want the horn. I don't know I don't even know what to say about that, because truth be told, the actual adversary and Satan has more than 2 horns. Catch it. Got many horns and some crowns on them too. So that lets me know how simple-minded you got to be. Y'all could turn anything. I would have never even thought like that. I probably would have went with more of antlers or something, but okay, whatever y'all say. I got edges. Gray at that. Plenty edge front, back. I know. Gray at just as wrinkly, and I'm fine with it. But when I had the bangs, it was something else. I can't win for. Okay, well, don't worry. The bank. We'll be back. The bangs will return shortly. I got tired. Okay, my forehead was hot all the time. I had to take a break. Right. Like the women over there. Her horn. Okay. If that's what y'all see, then that lets me know every day you wake up, that's all you looking for evil in everything. If that's the case, we're going to have a problem. If wearing ponytails somehow ties into the Antichrist, I don't know how that's going to work out. We're going to have some issues. Y'all going to have to go tell the cheerleading community they can't wear no. Y'all gonna have to go over there and tell the entire cheerleading community that they got to stop wearing ponytails in their hair, and all our daughters, because it somehow ties into devil horns. Y'all are really tripping out here. I must be the only sober person. Well, Linda, okay. Popcorn, okay. So am I the only sober person left? It can't be me, and I know it's not. Shout out to my friend out there. I'm not the only one that sees these things and thinks that way. They get the joke. They see the comedic relief behind it, but it is still disturbing. It's just as disturbing as it was when I was listening, eardropping in a couple of lives tonight, and then we're gonna come back to the who think they untouchable, but they're not. They're just foreigners, all up in our business, mad because I came out with the wrath of the woman right after they tried to get up there and persecute me. Y'all over there, y'all ran so many numbers up on my name, but I can't run none up on yours. No one over here, no one cares about you. Y'all got me. I'm about to click and a bait away from making it on World Star Hip Hop. How many times y'all gonna clip? I said what I said. They don't gotta watch it on you. They come right over here. I got that same video up online. They can get me in the flesh. They don't gotta play it or chop it up. Then y'all be chopping it up where you caught this part of the conversation, but you didn't put the rest in there. Okay, play those. Keep playing games. Okay, that's why I be making sure I stand on what I say. I said what I said. I'm quoting. You can never. If I'm quoting the words of Messiah directly, ain't nothing you can do about it. Nothing you can do. That's what he said. This is what I'm doing. And it made y'all mad and y'all can't take it. But again, back to the stoning. Why are you men and women alike? Why are you not standing up for this woman? Y'all just leaving her out there to get stoned to death by unlawful men who clearly there was a whole setup. That was just as bad as somebody getting out of your car and leaving a bag of dope and then calling the police saying, hey, I got a tip. Meanwhile, the person in the car don't know nothing going on and got pulled over and then caught all type of charges because what the heck? You see what I'm saying? Yeah, those things happen. Why do they happen? To get people put in other situations, to pin them down, to force their hand to do other stuff. Because I'm telling you, nothing hits like the desperation of an innocent person hits different. It hits different when you're innocent and you're accused. See, when you're accused and you've done it, it doesn't hit the same way because you got caught. So you're actually trying to defend yourself, but an innocent person, no, they want redemption. You lied on them. Who is the harlot? Where? Okay, and then the names you use. It's offensive. And you won't come out and fix it. And that's why the wrath is going to be way much worse for those of you who you know better, but you choose not to because it's going to undo everything you said. You could just be a humble spirit. You could come out here and do the right thing and say, you know what, we're not going to keep preaching this way. This clearly is a legal stoning. And the entire message behind this was men who are in a position of power were abusing the law and used a defenseless woman who had no one there but the Messiah. So that means she really had everyone. She didn't know that though. When she was getting drugged out naked out of her home, thankfully, they had the right person at the right time. Nothing is coincidence. So that means he had to have foresaw what they were doing before you did it. Who y'all think y'all playing with out here? You're not playing with my Savior. You're not playing with my Father name, not in my face. You really think y'all be doing something as if everything I'm saying right now wasn't already set up for me to say. I can't even surprise myself anymore. I be saying things that, okay, I know that came straight up out of heaven. I be quoting things that I don't even know where it came from, but it's in me. And then there are moments like tonight when I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, let me strike this live up real quick. Because I see a group of women over there and I'm like, see, this is why they be when they put stuff on us, look how you carrying yourself. Look how you acting. At a certain age, it's time to outgrow foolish behavior and start speaking like adult women. Speak like adult women. Move like adult women. Move like women who've been here on this earth long enough to understand you don't need a strategy with everything you do. Sometimes you just hit play. You just hit alive and you just let the work do itself. If you put enough time in, you don't got to get all manipulative. You don't got to be recording phone calls to go back and play at a later time. I don't talk to nobody. I don't even have many people on this app that I talk to, but not a single one of you. You all got to never worry about a screenshot coming from me or a recorded phone call coming. You don't got to worry about that. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I don't have the time nor storage to be keeping up with every little thing you say to me. I'm not that person. I'm not that beach. You don't got to worry about it. Just like I tell people, I don't want to hear if anybody starts off with a story with me like, and it has happened recently, no offense to them, that person just don't count for you. Okay, so this don't count for you. But for the most people, if you start off with, I've never shared this with anybody, I'm going to stop you right there and say, and don't do it today. I don't want to be the person carrying what you ain't never told anybody else. Number one, I highly doubt that's true. If I did somehow pull out that part of you, keep that. I don't need to hear about something past trauma that you, if you, what can I do? I can't heal it. I can't write a prescription for you. All I can do is listen, and then now feel like I'm carrying the weight of, well, dang, I hope I never accidentally say, like, I don't want that weight on me. I don't want to carry anybody's secrets. I don't want your confessions. Do miss me with that. I don't know why people do that. I don't know if it's to make, maybe if you think it makes me feel special, like you're sharing something with me and telling me no one knows this but you. I don't feel special. I don't feel special, and I don't want to know. Don't try to box me in or lock me into some type of agreement that I didn't agree to, because I'm not making no type of promises. How about just not tell me? I don't need to know that. Just dialogue and conversate, and we good. If it's something that you never else, like deep dark, nobody else, take that to the grave with you. You know, it is a saying called take it to the grave. You can do that. You have a right to take things to your grave. You do not need to confess anything. This is not confessional. Y'all, YouTube is not a confessional booth. No shot down at the thank you, baby. No shot at the at the Catholics and some of my peers. They're still in the Catholic Church. I'm not throwing shots at them, but you don't need to. This is not a confessional. I don't know why people come on here and want to give their deep darkest whatever. This is not a confessional booth. All right. If you want to share a story, share a little bit of it. If you want to give people a little history, okay, do that. But you don't need to come on here making deep dark confessions to the universe. This is the beast on here, Linda. Y'all do know that you're entertaining the beast at this moment because it's what it is. What it is. It is what it is, and I'm not. That's some symbolism. I didn't see nobody giving up the World Wide Web. You didn't. You didn't give it up. If you made one post on your community wall, you were still on the internet. If you went and made a payment through web services, you still use the internet. You don't have to use internet for payments. Y'all know we can still call. Some of my payments, I send some payment. I don't put all my eggs in one basket. I don't use one forms of payment for things. Some things I have automated. Some things I digitally call and pay. Some things I actually still write, sign, and mail off a check. And then some bills, I actually call the numbers to the bill and make an automated payment. You know why I do that? Because the minute I do everything one way, I'm in error. There is more than one way to do things, and you should never put all your eggs in one basket. You should do things multiple ways. You see what I'm saying? Like, nah, I don't feel comfortable with doing everything. I want to write a check from time to time. I want to call in a payment from time to time. I'll take an auto draft here or there, but doing everything one way, no. I can never do a one-trick pony move. No, I need different avenues to travel so that I don't forget that those are available. Because some people don't know what to do when they can't log online. They start having meltdowns. But I didn't see any of that type of sacrifice. Give that up. But again, I'm back to this Lent thing that y'all won't let go. And then again, where are we? Where is the outrage of this woman that was almost illegally killed? I'm upset about that. What she was doing about a group of self-proclaimed, again, I said self-proclaimed righteous men in long robes doesn't carry any weight with me because I've seen your type. I know what you're capable of. I know your works. I am not moved. I'm not impressed or convinced that you have a seat closer to heaven than I do. All because of your attire, your robe, or your title that you went and got for yourself, that I probably could do the same thing if I dared to. I'm good. Theologians, y'all are not getting off easy too, because if anything, on an unbiased stance, y'all was supposed to study too. Y'all not breaking that law down like you should have, and it should be thoroughly known Well, there was a legal execution. So when it was said, he without sin cast the first stone, that was literally saying you cannot stone. This is illegal. And if you proceed with it, then you all can wait your execution, because now you will have committed murder. And based on the grounds of murder, you will be up for the next stoning. So go ahead. So whatever was written in the sand, whatever Christ wrote in the sand at that time, it doesn't really matter. Okay? Because what we do know is they were breaking the law. We don't know if that woman was doing what they said or not. We have no way of knowing that except with the words of, who's here to judge you? No one. But then neither do I. Those were the next words that came out. Let me go back, because I don't want to go too far, and everybody can't keep up on the same page, because we on 3 now. So we've covered some of this, and we're coming in with the woman, the adulterous woman, okay, the harlot, as y'all like to call it, that wasn't with her husband when you said she should have been at the time she should have been, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. What about the rest of the story? If you're not going to call out this woman was being illegally executed in the evening after court hours by a group of men who had no credibility other than being a Pharisee, pulled in front of Jesus as to test him to see if he was actually what he was gonna do, playing games with God. The following words said after each one of those men felt absolutely convicted. They weren't convicted. They weren't ashamed. They just didn't want to die. See, that's the part when people say, oh, okay, well, he without sin cast the first stone. The people that they thought about it and realized they too were sinners and they couldn't judge this woman, so they dropped the stones and walked off. No, that wasn't their thinking. They weren't those type of people. They weren't convicted at, well, I done some things too. Let me just go on back to the house and put this stone on the ground and go back and, give some thanks to the. That's not what they were thinking. They just didn't want to die. Because if they would have killed her, you would have had to kill him, because now he's witnessing an illegal execution, and now you're going to be convicted for murder, and they wanted to live. So they dropped the stones and walked off. That conclusion is easy to make versus someone actually feeling guilty and convicted. If you don't went that far to trying to kill somebody, you don't went that far to try to kill me, I don't expect you to have a conscience of, what, that wasn't the right thing. Let me go away and think about my actions. No, you got the spirit of a murderer. So a murderer doesn't walk away thinking like that, like, feeling a type of way. No, they just don't want to die. They want everybody else to be killed, but they themselves fear death, which is why they are the biggest cowards out here. So yeah, that part, they did not feel convicted. They did not later confess, hey, we got some issues. Those are not those type of people. They just didn't want to die, because that's what would have happened if they had went forward and proceeded with an illegal execution. They're next they would have made it on the docket. Not just only would they have died, but their families would have also lost their position, ranking, been cast out in the streets, and thus, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So it was a self-preservation tactic that they were using, not I'm doing the wrong thing. Let me step back and check myself. Are you kidding me? Nobody who's about to kill you thinks like that. That's not the mindset of a murderer. Let's not forget whose children these people are. They are someone's children, just not of God. We forgot that it's also written the children of God and they're children of the devil. They just didn't want to die. It's very simple. Like, and then you won't give the woman any credit. Did she make it back home okay? I mean, dang. What happened next? Just move on. But the words were said. Who's here to judge? No one. Neither do I. Okay. Yeah. The simplicity of the entire message. You all have overcomplicated, manipulated it, You men need to be ashamed of yourselves. You are going to pay heavily. Because I know if I saw it, you had to see it too. You can't tell me that you did not know that part of the Mosaic law. Even if you didn't, how could you? You shouldn't be in a position of any pastoral, deacon, whatever these titles that y'all have given yourselves and not known that. And that's back in Leviticus. You got to know the Old Testament. If you out here trying to preach the law, you're going to have to use the Old Testament. Even if not every little bit of it. Y'all out here still talking about tithing, and tithing don't, like, are you serious? The tenth of everything you got, you tithe. Nobody is going into their seasoning cabinet and tithing the tenth of all their herbs. Stop playing games. Every time something comes up, you don't go in your closet and get a tenth of your excess and donate that clothing to charity. You don't go in your shoe collection or things that you get every time and take a tenth of it apart and get that. You don't. It's not possible. No one's doing that. No one is walking around with a ledger and every time, oh, you know what? I got a gift card today from my friend for a $25 Amazon card. Now let me do the math. Take off 10%. That's $2.50. Let me take this, save it on the card, and then pass this the remaining $2.50 over to church. Stop playing that. You're not doing that. You're not. It's not possible. No one thinks like that. You spend your entire day walking around with a calculator. Hold on, let me give a tenth of my gasoline. Like, that's how the tenth work. Like, come on now. You just writing a check. You're talking about tithe. Okay. That's why I'm glad tithing was abolished. And don't come for me in the comments talking about what you. No, it was. It clearly states in the New Testament, the law. Jesus, I did not come to abolish it. I came to fulfill the law. And each man give as a cheerful giver, as he's able to. Tithing was impossible. We're going to say that for another day because the poor people had no way to tithe. They didn't even have anything to tithe. So what are they supposed to do? Give a tenth of grass? Come on now. That's why the sacrifices, and we're going to do sacrifices on the right day because I'm going to take them sacrifices all the way back to the Greeks. We're going to bring in everybody's sacrifices because I'm getting tired of hearing about people, these sacrifices going on, trending. I'm getting tired of hearing about that. I'm getting tired of hearing about these Greek god and all this other foolishness. We're gonna bring them all out. I'm gonna find them all. Well, not all, at least most of the headliners of the guys, and I'm gonna pull them out, and I'm gonna find out just exactly what's required, and then we're gonna put it to the test and find out. Because I'm getting sick of hearing about it. Like, it's not even at this point. I'm starting to question the mentality of everybody who don't question. Wait a minute. How you doing it? Like, the fact that I was even in a conversation on Instagram. We've been going for months now. If anybody follow me on Instagram, y'all see me continually over there, me adding me, or we responding, we giving pushback to a certain group of people. The pushback is real. The resilience is real. You're not finna just line us up like this and then we're just gonna take it. I don't have to do that. And I'm gonna come for you people also who signed some agreements and while your credibility is shot. Kind of like a credit card that you didn't know you agreed to do something but you fell short, so it killed your credit. See, when I come back and when we get back to the gods, and then I get back on those oaths, because I did an oath as an oath at one point in time, but I don't think I did it well, and I privated that video because the place I was coming from then. I could do it better now, because when I did it, I wasn't coming from a place from my heart. It was coming from a place of pride. So I privated that, but I am going to come back and redo an oath as an oath. A promise is a promise. A commitment is a commitment. And when you don't honor it, you just didn't honor it. But it will shoot your credibility. So I am going to want to know some answers of when did people with no credit get front stage? When did the non-credible people get preferential treatment? Your credit is shot. You broke your agreement. You can't tell me nothing. If you can't at least agree to this, then you can't tell me nothing, because and I'll give you a teaser. Let me give y'all a teaser about some of these oaths and agreements. I can say this. I'll say this much. It is simple as saying and agreeing to the terms of, should you decide this is not for you, there's a right way to exit, a right way to leave the building. We ask the way we respectfully have allowed you in, that you respectfully exit the door. That is part of an agreement. So please be weary, you all of people who are just so bold to come out and not hold themselves accountable in their credibility. Like, you got no credibility. You weren't suited enough to uphold what you said you would do, which was just go and protect. Don't put other people's lives in danger. Don't do things spitefully to hurt other people just because it didn't work out for you. Yeah. Or your credit will be shot. And you will be over here with the non-credit, okay, people, because you couldn't even do the bare minimum pay. The bare minimum says exit gracefully. That's it. That's all you got. Everything ain't for everybody. Exit gracefully. Not coming out here doing cartwheels, backflips, sounding horns, and making up all type of labyrinth, never-ending story type of, occult documentaries. Y'all got to be kidding me. And we gonna get on that lady. Babe, the world to the announcement. Sorry, we're gonna get on that lady out here talking about some necromancy. I got to save that for a whole nother day, because I am going to let her really. I'm turning her over to the CIA. Whoever friend that is out here trending, making bukus of money. Let's not forget, it's quite profitable. This denouncer is very profitable. Y'all do understand, people have made 6 figures and more running stories that I know the CIA like, wait a minute now. Bodies? Come on. That, like, whoever that is confessing to necromancy, I'm turning her in as a concerned citizen to the CIA, because I don't know, ma'am, you are confessing to entertaining corpses, okay? You need to be looked at. Somebody need to find out what's going on here, because it's giving Jeffrey Dahmer. It's giving, where did you find a corpse from? It's giving, ain't nobody trying to go in no mortuary, steal a corpse, perform necromancy, raise the dead. Like, come on, man. Somebody need to tell on her. So I just go ahead and do it for everybody. I go ahead and snitch and turn her in to be as a concerned. I'm gonna make that call, the concerned citizen hotline, and get them a tip to the CIA. We got somebody over here on the World Wide Web confessing to necromancy and doing things with a dead body. And y'all need to go over there and see what's going on. And track this story down, because that's what it's giving. So we're gonna let the CIA, if that's what it takes, that's what it takes. I'm at the point now where this is no longer this is a worldwide phenomenon. People are confessing to stuff that, wait in a minute, somebody ring the alarm. Ring the alarm. I've been through this too long, but I'll be damned if I wait a minute now. What? Even Lala over her line over there done brought children into it. Y'all done brought people's kids, like children, young minors, making whole videos talking about. I don't even want to speak on. I'm just gonna wait, and when the time comes and the day comes, we will definitely bring those people to the forefront. You're gonna need to turn in this place, and you're not gonna just keep running stories. If you are giving information out loud on this universal platform about anything going on criminalistic concerning children in particular, I'm telling. So get on up there and keep on making stuff up. Excuse me, is this for concerned citizen? Yeah, I'd like to report. Somebody is over here running some type of. Yeah, I'm telling you. You need to go over to the other side of the fence. You too. Yeah, y'all need to be, because you're going a bit far. Like, come on now. Ain't nobody rounding up no group of young girls, bringing them in, sacrificing them, causing them to a sin, like, so that we can. What are you doing here? Okay, I don't know what in the Greek Epstein files y'all trying to do, but no one is giving you a Netflix documentary. Can we just go ahead and say this? For the record, for all you paid actors, for all you, I'm gonna just make something up and come out here with the most flamboyant I'm gonna try to outdo this one with my story. I'm gonna come out here and tell the people, try to reenact school days. I had to eat dog food. That sounds like a straight up out of school. Okay, with the dog food. I'm pretty sure that was a scene in School Days. Like we didn't forget. Some of us, we old enough to remember School Days, and we still watch it from time to time. I own a copy of the movie. Okay, I put it on just so I can watch the beauty parlor scene with the jigaboos and the wannabes and do that whole routine. Okay, that's one of my favorite parts of the whole goddamn movie. I will play that just to watch that scene and then turn it off because it is hilarious. And Tisha Campbell is absolutely amazing, and so is Jasmine Guy. And it's just so that routine in itself has been it deserves an Oscar. If you actually, for a sidebar, the fact that no one has went back and taken that scene, well, I guess because it's us, they didn't do no justice on that. The choreography and the discipline and the routine and the message in that beauty parlor scene with us in the struggle between hair and skin, epic. I have not seen anybody else do it on that level ever. No one else has done that on that level, and they have not come out with the whole thing. Your eyes are blue, but you ain't white. Your hair is straight because you pressed it last night. Look, I know I'm a whole character in there. I can laugh at myself. I know I'm a character in there. I already see which one. I'm be like, yeah, I'll probably be that girl right there. Your eyes are really, but you ain't white. Your hair is straight because you pressed it last night. Then you got to come back with you got bugs standing all over your head. I ain't gonna never, the fact that we still, it was a while when I did that video. I think it was last year, and then I had my health issues, and I had to check out. I have not been able to do that panel with Newbie, Brownie, Mahogany, Bella, Jada, and a couple. I forgot. We were trying to get to do a School Days panel, and everybody wanted to be on the Jigaboo side for the theatrics. And only me and Bella was on the other side, and I couldn't get it right. I'm like, come on, y'all, stop. And the people that wanted to be on the Jigaboo side wasn't fitting the dang on the character. Brownie out here with super good. I'm like, you don't fit the character. You can't just be over there. She wanted to just be an op. She just wanted to be on the other side, and we weren't able to do it. But we're gonna still do that, y'all. We're still gonna do that School Days panel, and we're gonna give it up right. Did Newbie say? I think Newbie was okay with being over there because I talked to Newbie after that and said she would be great when we do it. Newbie should come in because I think one Halloween she said her and her daughters did the gamma rays for a Halloween costume. That was so cute to be those gamma rays. Yeah. I think that's a very cute idea. But she would have been great to bring in on that. But we need some more characters because we don't got enough people on the wannabe side. Everybody want to be on the Jigaboo side for the fun of it, but the people that want to go over there don't even fit it. They don't even fit the character type. So I don't know how that's gonna work because there's no way to really. This is a sidebar, y'all. I'm freestyling this, so y'all got to work with me. How am I gonna approach a person? Sorry, I can't come to you and say, look, I need you to come over here. Can you be a Jigaboo on the panel because, you're not considered to be attractive and your hair nappy as hell. And, you have less desired features. So, ain't no way to say that. So, it don't come out right. Just like I can't go over there and say, well, Linda, you got some really good hair. I noticed that. And you keep it up. So can you come over here and represent the community of women with a good head of hair? It's no way to do that. That don't come out, have me looking crazy. So I'm hoping it'll just fall into play, naturally, because it don't hit right. But we're gonna do that panel. We're gonna do this school days panel. We are gonna do. We're gonna be serious about it. But the right people need to be on the right side, y'all. And everybody, you can't just be volunteering with silky good hair, Brownie. Jada would have like you can't be on with silky straight hair trying to volunteer to be on the jingles. It don't fit. You got to go fix it. You can be happy to be nappy. What she said, the girl said, Linda laughing. She said, you can't put a comb through her hair. Well, let me think what it say. She said, her hair was so strong it could break her comb. That's what the Jigaboo girl hair said. Now, Linda, I don't know if your hair really. I mean, sorry, I don't know if your hair like that. I don't know, sorry. I don't know if your hair is so strong it could break a comb. Now y'all got me wanting to see. Y'all know what? I don't think they're gonna strike me for it. I have played it before. Let's just play with it. Let me see if I could. Y'all want to watch it for fun? It's only like a 5-minute clip. They might let me share it and not take the video. And if they did, it's not gonna make me know. They'll just remove the video. For intermission, where are we at in the live? We're okay. We two. I think we close towards the end. The Wrath of a Woman is not going anywhere. We're not going to let that slide. Go back to that law. Go find me that man. All the history books want to, document everything, but y'all have conveniently not documented who the man was in this moment. When they went back and checked these stories, Luke was one of the people that did. It was one of the scribes that checks the stories, verified them, went back to previous encounters and all that. Somehow, nobody thought to, like, when you found other things that were added in, like, okay, so more details in some of these events that transpired. I need the details to that. Where are the records to where's that guy? Because if he wasn't there at all, either way is wrong. If he was there, y'all let him skate out the back door and drug her, you were wrong. If he wasn't there, you lied and made it up, it was wrong. Or for all I know, they were the ones that had her lined up, or was it one of the Pharisees that was guilty? Where is the man in the story? So until y'all come bring forth the other guilty party, I'm not trying to hear that. Don't say nothing to me about he was casting freaking stones or nothing about the woman in the. I don't want to hear that used as another example in forgiveness and sin. That is not what that was about at all. There was blatant defiance of the law, illegal execution, and there's and murderers trying to attempting to murder somebody else. Period. And you got called out for it. So if you're not coming from that angle, I'm not really interested. But I need that man. Where is he? Because if you go back to Genesis, we already did Genesis. We've already did that garden. Please stop. I'm not doing any more creation debates with you all. Let me say this. Don't tag me in your biblical debates on Genesis. I've already done that. Up, down, front, back, side to side, UGK, never let niggas ride. I can't. I said what I had to say. Y'all are taking some of my stuff. The men, you're taking what I said, and I that's fine. You're using it, but you're still corrupting it because you're still too full of pride to just call yourself out. Y'all still want to keep beating us down. I told you I'm not carrying that original sin. You can have it back. You are not going to blame me for the fall of man of the humanity. Because if that's the case, I could have, like I said in the previous video, I could have stayed wherever I was, not existing. If I was going to be brought into existence to be blamed for the fall of mankind, what was the point? That don't even make any sense. Like, okay, let me pull you up out of a rib to destroy humanity. Okay, no, I'm not carrying that. No, you can have that back. And if any woman out here, you want to volunteer yourself to be that person, go right ahead. But you're on your own, because I'm not going. I'll be over here on the north side of the garden. If that's what's going on the east side of the garden, then you can find me over here on the north side of the garden. Well, I'm not playing those type of games. I'm not going. I'm not talking to strange things that I don't know what's going on. I don't want to keep redoing that same scenario every time. It ends the same way. Men do not want to just say, I've heard one man this entire time say, guys, we threw her up under the bus. Somebody even went as far, shout out to Trinity, say, what is like a whole setup? Again, I know. I do feel a type of way about it, but we've covered it so many times with the guard. Now it's just starting to come off as, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to say it. I can't, I'm not trying to force people to believe anything. It's clear as day. You with me the whole time. All three entities are together, and it was a journey. And so during that journey, there was going to have to be some type of conversation and dialogue. And I don't care how you play that out. That either meant you set me up to do what you were afraid that you wanted to do in the first place, because now we don't went back. See, that's why I didn't want to touch Genesis. Because if you really look at it and break it down, it's giving a setup again. So how the woman just out here got what are we doing here, people? This is why the wrath of woman is a real thing. It's not just a cute thumbnail. What are we doing? What are we really saying here? What are we telling ourselves? And you wonder why we all messed up. I'm not going there. I'm not the daughter of the Most High to be talked to like I was a mistake and the fall of mankind. You got me messed up. I'm not that girl. I'm not that chick. I will never be her. You're not gonna manipulate me into thinking, oh man, why did I do? No, I didn't. I didn't do none of what you said I did. In fact, to be honest, thinking like a child being brought in a newborn into a new situation, you don't even really know what you're doing and who's supposed to be there. I'm more liable to go with, what? So you were just gonna let me walk off the cliff? You just gonna let an intruder in and start talking to him and let me talk to him? You just gonna not protect? You just gonna let me do the one thing I'm not supposed to be doing? What? I don't want to be your friend. I don't want to be your companion. I don't want to be the friend or companion of any species, particularly a male, who you just gonna let me die? You're not a good person. You're not for me. If you're willing to just let me go out there and die and have no type of protection, no authority, like nothing of like reasoning, and I'm supposed to be if nothing but a friend, you don't care nothing about me. I don't want to be around anybody. You care so little of my existence. You just gonna let me and participate. Well, I don't bring me. I don't want to come around. You trying to get me killed. Like I don't want to be your friend. So I'm more likely to stick with that theory, and that's why I am the way I am, because this is exactly how most of the events in my life kind of played out. Like, hold up, how I get hung out for left for dead, or what's going on here? That scene, when I stopped carrying it, I wasn't the bad guy anymore. I was able to defend myself and say, no, based on reasoning alone, you dang near walked me up to the goddamn, you walked me there, pushed me in front, like, god dang. I mean, you coerced coercion doesn't count. Okay, you can't coerce somebody. Like, don't play these type of games with me, y'all. I'm not going. I always thought something wasn't right, but I never knew I could question it. I didn't know I had the voice, or it was okay to question it. But the men do not like it. Because they will get angry, y'all. The men get mad if you question. They said what they said. If you question it, they're going to get very upset with you and try to beat you over the head with it. So just know that they're going to be real mad. They're going to call you the devil, all type of stuff, or wicked woman because you quit. No, I don't think that's the case. I think somebody's lying. And I think the way it's written, it says very clear. And I don't see the deception there. But I do see it when it's retold and when it's preached. It's not preached the way it's written. So someone is lying and manipulating, and it's most certainly not the woman. Okay. I mean, it looks to me like she was a G. Went up there and said, "My bad. I don't know what I was being real dumb right now." That I mean, dang, how much more better could you be? Ain't too many people just walk up to the judge, to the guard, and say, "Oh my God, I don't know what I did." Like that's to be honest, that's kind of honorable. It's kind of honorable to know that you did something wrong, you recognize it, and you walk forth and you say, I see what I did. I caught it now. I didn't catch it then, but I see it now. That is honorable. You can still be honorable in doing something that was wrong. You can still right your wrongdoing by owning it. That's the honorable thing. And you don't got to worry about recommending anything over here because you're not recommended to come in the chat. Don't try to distract me when I'm on this point. Y'all do this every time. The minute I bring up Genesis and I say anything about questioning that order of events and standing firm on, no, y'all feel a type of way. I know how to summon you all up. It don't take much. It doesn't take much. I told you I could show you better than I could tell you. I don't even got to look at you to know you right there. I see you. I see you straight clear as day. And it's not going to work. Because if the channel wasn't recommended, you wouldn't have been here. And I'm bothering you because I'm disrupting the scales of balance and I'm interrupting your illusion of power and you don't like it. I'm making you feel a type of way because wrath don't feel good. I wasn't going live to make you feel good about what you're doing. I came in to make you feel a type of way. I want you mad. I want you angry. I want you to hate me every time you see my big-headed face pop up because I challenge everything that you say. I am going to be defiant to what you men have put in my face. I'm not going. My sons aren't going, and neither is my daughter. We'll be going a different direction because you lie. And you are of your father, the devil, who is the father of all lies. And I'm not on your team. So you will be an op. And you don't need to recommend it. This is not for you. Take your ass back over there to the inferno sector. Go back over there with the Luciferians. Lucifer is not here. Sorry, not sorry. So go over there and go find Lucy. Lilith is not welcomed over here. She has no authority. If you got a problem with Eve, take it up with your master and all the foolery. Because over here, I don't have an issue with her. But I do have an issue with you and your lies. I don't have an issue with it. You do. Now, like I said, I'm not doing no more. We're not doing debates. I'm not doing another conversation. You can take all my words and try to go over there and redo the conversation. It's still not going to hit because you're not me. And the women on that platform, you all are weak and you are simple-minded and you don't have a mouthpiece. You sit there and let them tell you that bullshit. You sit there and let them tell you that that you are a devil and you agree to it. That's y'all's problem. That ain't mine. Hell, maybe you are. If that's what you believe, so as a man thinketh, so is he. So that's what you think about yourself, and that's what you are. Y'all can go over there and be out of witches, warlocks, whatever that is y'all got going on. Be that over there. But over here, we are daughters of the Most High, and you can't tell me nothing. Ain't nothing you can say to me. They're going to move me off my square. You cannot tell me nothing. I'm not going. You do lie. I watched something on, had to be yesterday, sat there blatantly lied on certain sexual acts and stating that it was certain things were never mentioned and it didn't come out that way. And it's, yes it does. Like now I now I got a problem. The minute I hear you lie, instead of just saying, well, okay, it does say these things here, and you can think about it and reflect over it and come to your own rationality to whatever it is you're going through, but you can't say pretend certain things aren't there. Like, stop playing with me. I watched something. I said, now I'm not gonna be able to watch this again because they're pushing out a lie, the type of lie that I just can't sit there and say, oh, no, I can't eat that. So I'm gonna have to not watch a particular show. I don't want to give any promo over here, but yeah, you blatantly lied. Ain't no way you didn't know that. You're just blatantly lying. Oh, thank you, Linda. I'm not on Facebook though, but I appreciate that so much. So she said her hair was wavy. Is you making nappy? That's what we had over there. Yeah. I know, like the thing, that's how I go. The people without kinky hair, they want it to be kinky. And then the ones with, they want you straight. So shout out to people who just say it is what it is. So tying this back in with the whole Wrath of Woman series, I need that man, chop chop, all you historians, go back, go in those records, and get me some info. I need that man. You think you? Oh, is that buried too? Like how Chef Sue's records are buried? Y'all mean to tell me y'all can't pull that out? But you were able to track down. Y'all were able to track down a person, Lazarus' whole family line, and he was brought back from the dead. But that was Lazarus, right? Because it was a man. You were able to track down his family, but returning to that woman, yeah. See, that's my problem right there. Where's the rest of it? You messed the stories up. I'm not even gonna try to. I'm gonna leave Mary of Magdalene alone, because every time I try to go there, it does not. I start to get upset, and I don't do so well with Mary of Magdalene. So I'm not gonna. I'm gonna let Mary of Magdalene just rest. I get a little bit upset, and my temperament does not maintain the pace I'd like it to. So I'm not going to try to even go there. But also the combinings of that's not the same woman. I'm still trying to figure out when did Mary how she became a prostitute. Like, I missed that memo. I'm really confused. Like, how long have you all heard about this prostitute? Okay. This is another woman here in another act. This is this here. And it got smushed into just one big old mean, horrible woman. Like, the whole thing of it. And when I pull them apart, I'm like, wait, this is this person's thing, and this is another person here, and this over here don't even apply. But we just keep on going, right? Because someone said it was in the Bible. Okay, well, I've read all the New Testament books multiple times, and I must be missing it. So I'm just going to leave that alone until I can get that together. I'm not even going to go into Mary. I'm gonna wait, and maybe I can. Maybe I'll work on that temperament. But it gets very people get upset about Mary. Mary Magdalene got some serious power. Her spirit somehow transcends through time. Now I'm not going to go that far in deity her, but she has single-handedly has more power and influence over any other woman other than no. Well, those two Marys, the vessel, the mother, with the blessed womb, and then Mary Magdalene. Single-handedly between those two, it's a lot of things that people go too far with. And I don't want to offend anybody, especially people I care about or had anything to do with loving me or upbringing me. And what are we doing here? You know, kind of got a little went too far. And then we got the Magdalene. Y'all forgot that's a community too. I know, yeah, it's so much different types of worship out there. We got the Magdalenes community who they they want some worship over there with them. Like, it's a lot going on there. So I'm just gonna leave it alone because it presses with my temperament, because there is power there, but the power is not being directed in the right place. They're putting it, they're doing it wrong. Okay. And it just made me feel a type of way. I don't do well with those conversations. And until I can get that together, I'm just not gonna even try to touch it. Because I can't, because it's kind of like how when the disciples went on resurrection. And by the way, thanks for all of you people who want to talk so much about a man-made, and by man I do mean the men that created Lent to dominate, to manipulate, to force Easter to fit in the time that they wanted to. There was a whole reason why Lent was designed. But Piracy created Lent to make it work with Easter. They had came up with Easter, but it didn't fit the season. Easter kept falling when it was too cold. It didn't work. So they created Lent with the Council of Nicaea. And with that council and all the voting and all the arguing, they said, if we make Lent, it can lead up enough days. Yes, this is a history. Enough days can go by and it'll be springish and warm enough to put off the whole thing of the timing and make it work. Like, yeah, that was orchestrated. To be honest, that's anything orchestrated and manipulated on a timeline is actually considered sorcery. I mean, that is some wizardry. That's straight wizardry. If you got to do all that and calculate and precise and go changing the seasons and all that so it can work well with a holiday that you're making up, yeah, that's some type of wizardry. Okay, thanks, man, the girl. That's kind of wizardry if you really think about it. Okay, yeah. That was the whole point. Yes, that was the entire point of Lent. It needed to usher in Easter. So let's make up something. We'll call it Lent, and we'll try to tie it into the 40 days and 40 nights fast with Jesus. And we'll make it make sense that way. People will never ask. And they won't be able to ask, because if they do, we'll just kill them. You ask a question, die. You're going to do this for 40 days, and we better see you doing it. And if we catch you eating it, like, okay. No. Well, what if I don't want to do it? He didn't tell me anything about that. How dare you question? How dare you go against the council, right? Well, I just will be in trouble, or just one dead beheaded person out here, because I have questions. What are we doing? You get your hand knocked off. Now that's a fact. That's in my adulthood. I asked a question and got almost my head knocked off. What question did I ask? Why did I have to call someone father? They almost knocked my head off. And that was practicing Catholicism. I just happened to be reading for myself. And I just happened to read, don't call anyone father, for you have but one Father in heaven. And Jesus was talking. So I didn't understand. And I was adult. This wasn't that long ago, y'all. I asked a question, and I can assure you the response I got, I don't even want to repeat. It was awful. I cried. I was shocked. I had never heard anybody that blatantly to my face give me that type of answer. I just wanted an answer. I was confused. I didn't understand what, and I can assure you, that's all I'll say. I want to respect those that I care about, but I will tell you that was the question I asked that birthed an entire reconversion. Let me get rebaptized. Something, I'm in error. That's how that came about. I asked a question. and as a Sunday school teacher. So I'm not supposed to add. I would have never. I want to tell y'all so bad, but I'll just wait for another time. Unless you really want to know, I'll tell you. But I wasn't supposed to be. I'll tell you this much: I wasn't supposed to be reading for myself. I wasn't supposed to have. I didn't. No one gave me permission, which I didn't know I needed it. In what this just 15 years ago, 16 years ago, right? I didn't know I needed permission in 2010 to ask someone, can I study other things and read for myself and get a better understanding? I didn't know I needed permission as a grown 32. I was about 32 then? Yeah. I would have been 32 then. I didn't know I needed permission as a grown adult with 3 children and a whole husband to ask anybody, can I study? What's up, Kwame? We played our commercial clip today for the Untouchables. Okay, I'm gonna play it again. I didn't know I needed permission to do that, but guess what? Sure enough. That's why I'm like, nah, you don't got to tell me. I know. Ask a question. That's why I'm looking at people go. You're so assured with your Lent. Why don't you go ahead and do it the whole way? Do the full. Do it all. You should still be doing stuff now. You know, there's an after Lent thing too. It never ends. Then it goes off into some other stuff. You are constantly now. You got to get into the saints. It never ends. So, yeah, I am definitely side eyeing y'all Lent people. Like, okay, you didn't get any points because it doesn't exist. It's not real. And people say, well, something is real as you make it. Okay, well, you tell that to E.T. and fairies in Tinkerbell. Because I don't see her flying around either. And I like Tinkerbell. But she has yet to present herself as an actual factual fairy. And until that happens, then it's just a myth and something cute. Okay, but no, nobody's getting any brownie points by just following trendy things. It made it on TikTok. No one has. Is y'all not noticed whatever trends on TikTok becomes the defining factor in how it makes it on the other social medias? TikTok is not a good place. It is not. Whatever is trending on TikTok sets the tone for everything else. Did y'all not see how people were acting on Ash Wednesday? They were actually in their homes with ashes. I don't even know where they got it from. And were in their house making signs on their forehead with ashes on what was supposed to be Ash Wednesday. But I'm like, do you understand what Ash Wednesday is? And even the people who celebrate Ash Wednesday never bother to ask, where these ashes coming from, by the way? We just walking up in the line blindly, letting somebody make a symbol on our head with some black smudgy stuff and have to walk around for the rest of the day. And you better not smear it. You're going to be all, it's smeared, you got on your hand, on your clothes. You just walking around looking all, like what are we doing? So, yeah, when that was on TikTok, I knew then. My daughter said, Mama, what? Because she remembers some things. I said, yeah, I know. My bad. But, we're not there anymore. But she remembers. She remembers some stuff. Like, what was that about? I don't know. I can't answer. You know what? It don't even matter. That's how you answer your kids when you was on some nuts. You know what? I clearly it was not doing the right thing. So we're doing the right thing now. But, yeah, they're not even asking. It just becomes a trend. So now everybody want to go put some ashes on their forehead. Like, not ever considering what you're doing. Why has it been done? And whose ashes are these? And what were they offered up to? And why am I putting this on my goddamn on forehead? What are we doing here? What did I just walk into the house with and carry? Oh my gosh. What am I doing? Just doing it because it seems trendy. I know. That's how the beast works. No one said it looked unattractive. That's the problem with some of y'all gonna get caught up with. You're really still waiting for the beast to show itself as something hideous. Does that make sense? When it actually it looks really nice. And if you read Revelation in its entirety, you'll hear. You see the whore from Babylon. You'll see the city falling and how beautiful it is. It's decorated. It looks nice. It's like a something you would want to be a part of, not something you would want to run away from. Everybody's going to run away from a monster, not to a monster. Miss me with the allegories. I can read between the lines. I ain't never seen a beast or monster like to wear pretty fancy jewelry, clothing, lace. It goes very distinct to the certain items. It even wears pearl. Like I'm like, oh, okay. But it's talking about the finest things that you can acquire or have in one place, all in this monstrosity of the apocalypse. But that's for another day, because that is too much to go into. I done already almost lost one friendship on YouTube over the 4 horsemen. I don't even want to do it now. I don't want to. It's not worth it. I love my people, and I done already we done made up now, and I'm not willing to fall out with anybody else doing that 4 horsemen commentary. We can just, I'm good. Go whatever you want to. I'm going to go with the way I want to. I don't want to do it. I don't want to discuss it. I don't want to get into the politics of it. And I definitely am not willing to risk a friendship again, because we're seeing it different, because both of us can be right at the same time. It's not, so I'm going to leave that alone. Okay. I have IG also. Kwafi says, tend to be influenced or at least amazed when it comes to some business stuff I see. But per capita, I extensively research instead of just going with that. Well, we did talk about, right there, lace and pearls in Babylon. Yeah, it does. Lace, pearls, the fabrics, exquisite stones. I think. I'll make a list for you. I'll make a list of the garments, the gems, and the dress wear of what's attire. I'll make that a list for you, and we will send that to you. Who we won't be sharing it with is the Untouchables, because they like to come up here and steal what I'm saying for their women who can't think for themselves, and try to come over there and debunk what I'm saying, but it doesn't seem to be working for them. Right, because they actually are witches. They're really over there brewing witches stew. Okay, anybody going live when they title saying the witching hour, that's because you're a witch. Because when I went live and my title says Wrath of a Woman, because that's what this is. It is wrath of a woman. And I am her. An actual woman delivering it. So if your title, Untouchables, says the witching hour, and you're up at the same time I am, then that's because you're letting me know that you are a witch. Let's go to intermission again for those who weren't here, and watch our message to the Ace of Spades. And by Ace of Spades, I mean the atheist foreigners who are out here thinking they can tell Beachy how to pray, how to worship, how to be married, how to be a woman, how to be a mother, how to be a wife, how to be everything, how to be a child of God, how to be a daughter of the Most High, and who forgot they don't even have citizenship here, so you can't tell me how to do anything.
Per capita, you have gotten away with tethering and probing in America's business for too long. You're under arrest. You dare challenge me. This ends now. Take his bow and arrest him. He's not welcome in America.
You dare challenge me!
Yes, I do. This ends now. Get him.
You will regret this, Beachy!
Child, no one is untouchable.
Take your non-American asses somewhere else with that nonsense, okay? You are not untouchable. I'm getting tired of seeing your big, fat, pointy head running up on the links. I can't go anywhere without you having that. The whole world think you really know me like that. You don't know me, little man. Little spade-headed guy. You don't know nothing about me. You only know the troll side of me. You know what you think, what I've told you. You don't know me. You have no idea. about anything concerning Christ. Mind your foreign business over there with the Portuguese. Whatever you're doing over there, stay over there with the atheists. Get out of our business. Quit as an atheist trying to tell women of God how to be a woman of God. How dare you? I will forever be offended. It's up and stuck. How dare you? When did we allow an atheist to hold panels and tell a woman of God she can't do what she's doing as a woman of God? You don't get to, you have no voice. You're not in the book of life. You chose to opt out. You will never be able to judge me. Not on my worst day or my worst night. Your opinion means nothing. And last I checked, I don't remember not a damn follower of Christ soliciting the opinions of an atheist. Stay over there in atheism. Y'all stay jumping up in Christian business. It's already enough that you're not in America trying to tell us how to be Americans. Now you over here trying to tell us. I have not recovered. I'm still in shock of trying to figure out how did a fake Muslim and an atheist think they were going to put me on a cross. Your opinion don't have any weight. This can't be real. You do know God was laughing, right? You do know I wasn't on that panel by myself. We were all sitting there. Me, the saints, the celestials, the angels, Mary, the mother of God, Joseph, Mary of Magdalene, Peter, Timothy, Titus, Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, and Apostle Paul were all on that panel sitting there looking at you like this. But that is what it said right there in Matthew 14, verse 10. It said it right there, to not be yoked with the unbeliever. And that's what she just said she's not going to do because she doesn't have to. What are you talking about? Like you can't undo like that, the fact that you don't have that authority. You are not the Messiah. You don't believe in no God. So until y'all understand over there, you will continually get touched. You will continually get touched until you understand. Stay out of our business. How dare you? You can't judge me. You need. How dare you? When do we start doing that? Just like I can't go over there to Akbakda, okay, and start telling people how to be. I would never do such a thing. I got friends with other faiths all the time. You don't see. I don't ever go up in the beauty buzz trying to tell Bala how to be a Hindu. You know why? Because I don't know nothing about that. How do I tell my friend how to be a Hindu, how to practice her Kabbalah? I don't come in there telling her to tighten up her red string. I don't go in there asking her, oh, your string look a little dusty today. I don't go in there trying to regulate her Kabbalism. You know why?
That ain't got shit to do with me. That ain't got shit to do with me. That ain't got shit to do with me.
That ain't got to do with me. I'm coming in here to do what I need to do and be who I need to be. I don't got anything to do with a red string. And yes, there are actual people who we got to do better because we all want the service, but think we can dog the people out. And I have seen people, you all come into certain establishments and they'll notice a tire or they'll notice someone wearing a red string on their wrist, which is Kabbalism. And I don't want her. I like that. Don't come into their establishment. How about that? Don't come in there and do nothing. Go find you a place wherever that exists in the world. I don't know. Well, you don't got to know how to love other people, navigate around other people of other faiths, of other race, of other religion, of other whatever. If you can't do that, you don't deserve to carry the name of Christ in your title. If you haven't figured out the second commandment in the New Testament, loving your neighbor as yourself, you don't deserve to carry nothing with the word Christ in it. How dare you walk into other people? You walking into Indian establishments mad at they're being Indian. They're from India. That's what they're doing over there. Hinduism, and we got some Muslim stuff and some other things going on. I don't care. They could come in riding on a carpet for all I care. I would. Do you think I care if I look over there and I see a magic genie lamp? That don't got nothing to do with me. That's the whole point. You were told to love your neighbor as you love yourself. It did not say love your neighbor only if they have a Bible in their back pocket, a crucifix in their purse, and they can quote all 66 books about. It didn't say that. It said love your neighbor as yourself. In the discussion, and love your enemies. And then it went even deeper into who is the enemy? Because your op isn't an enemy of God. Somebody not liking you doesn't make them an enemy. They just don't like your ass, okay? That doesn't make them an enemy. What qualifies as the enemy? It actually tells you who's the enemy of God. And that is he who says that God has no son. So it gets pretty specific on those things. So, I'm just going to leave that right there. Now, that does not count for you self-proclaimed devils, okay? You know what you get. Because you all are unreasonable. You don't even know how to be a good devil. You could at least be be like them people over there at the Luciferian community. Stand on what you claiming. You all don't even know how to be. I ain't never seen it like this in my life. They don't even know how to be no good. Right? They could come in on a Arabic prayer call with a genie lamp. I'm not gonna care nothing about it. You think I don't know what that song's saying. It sounds cute, but I don't care nothing about that. Do you think I'm finna go? Right. Please. Exit. We don't care nothing about that. I'm over. I want to learn to dance. It looks cute. What we doing over here? Okay, and to me, it's all the same. I'm finna jump in on the choreography. I want to know how to do the routine. I don't know what's going on, but I do know I'm all for the dancing. Thank you so much, Linda Singh, and have a good morning. It is Sunday. You are officially rolling over to Sunday. Let's see how much time. I think I'm almost at the end. So, yeah, I'm jumping in on the choreography. I don't care what's going on over there. I like the sounds, and as far as I'm concerned, they having a good time. And last I checked, to keep it 1,000, to keep it 1,000 with you all. If you listen to what Apostle Paul said to the Gentiles, because some of y'all didn't get the memo when it comes to some of these laws that were given to the Jews. You're not Jewish. Yeah. I know you want to be, and you want to be the chosen ones, and I understand. It feels special. But if y'all don't sit y'all Gentile ass down somewhere, you are not a Hishmite, a Shemite, a Levite, a Sechmite, a Hishmite. You are not any of the ites. Y'all want to be in the ites so bad. You're just not. And it's okay. Because that was the whole point. To bring us all together. Okay? I get it. Everybody want to be the tribe of Judah. Well, you're not. Everybody want to be the root. You're not from this Davis descent line. Some of you might not even made it in as a cousin. Matter of fact, some of you couldn't even come in the synagogue. You know dang on well you straight from Gentile. Straight. You giving it up Gentile. It's okay. You don't got a lot of kicking. That's the beauty in it. Come on, to bring Jew and Gentile together under the new covenant. I'm fine. I don't got to be out here trying to make myself something or not. I am perfectly fine. Watusi and my Gentile ass right on up in there and having a seat in front of the Lord and saying thank you for doing what I could never do. Paying atonement for the things I could never do. And fixing, as you said, to come undo what the devil had done, which was the assignment in the first place. Y'all keep thinking y'all the assignment. And that I'm gonna conclude with this. You people, whatever this godlike complex that you have, and you keep looking for assignments, and maybe this is the reason God sent this person to click my link. No, fool. None of that is prophetic. They've probably been plotting on you, and it's a troll in the chat playing games, or you done made something in the way it's not, and this is what people do. They come on these apps and they cosplay. Ain't nothing prophetic about it. I literally was listening to somebody live, and they trying to make it a prophecy that someone clicked their link. I mean, if you think God sent you here to click this link so I can hear your story about being an ex-stud for 38 years? No. No one thinks that. You can't keep on trying to make something be what it's not. Like, everything you're doing, it's not a prophecy. I don't know if anyone told you or not, but all the prophets. Hold on, y'all. I was getting emotional, but the prophets, y'all killed them all. They were all killed. Not a single prophet was left alive. But somehow we got prophetess. Y'all, everything a new prophecy. Y'all getting new revelation. Ain't nothing new. It's been done a million times over, and we're just waiting on the last hoorah, and we up out of this piece. What are you doing? Somebody hitting your link coming in was not a prophecy from. No. If you're going to read that deep into everything, you're going to have some problems. Because, the devil can hit links too. Y'all are really going to be entertaining all type of entities if you think every single person that just happened to be right there was sent from God. Okay, that's delusional. Because I got people sitting right up in here that ain't got nothing to do with nothing I'm saying and do not like me at all. But they're here. And ain't nothing prophetic about it. I'll probably subliminally summon them up to get mad and throw darts at my, because they can't do nothing about it. They can't do nothing with me or nothing to me. I have become untouchable. So, that being said, yes, I would appreciate the likes. I don't know what they are. I can't even see them. But it would be nice. Okay, y'all got to be stingy like that. Okay, I don't know which one y'all in, but thank you. So, anybody got a question? Because I don't want to do much longer. We got a question, y'all? That I really hope somebody came in and got something that they didn't have and leave with something that they didn't think about before. That's all I ask. And I'm not even I don't expect much from this world. I don't expect much, but I do hope you're allowing yourself to think analytically and that you are using complex reasoning to some of these situations. You don't got to be boo-boo the fool. You don't got to take stuff that people just been put in your face your entire life and say, eat this. Why? Well, what is it? It doesn't matter. Just eat it. Well, hold on a minute. I might have an allergy. Can I get the ingredients? Because you do know that's what they did in Acts chapter 2. You all do know the Bereans, that group of people in Acts chapter 2. When Paul came to them and was preaching that good news and started talking about the Messiah came, suffered, died for our sins, and had rose and ascended to the right hand of the Father. You know, the Bereans listened to him. They said, "Oh, that sounds real nice, but we finna go do some fact checking because we don't know you, and just because you said it don't make it true." The Bereans actually fact checked Paul, checked some historical stuff, went back and looked at the prophecy, put two and two together, and said, "Oh my gosh, he's right. That was him." And then they welcomed in. See, they didn't just at first sight, and this is the first church. Y'all keep talking about the church. You go to, there they go right there. Chapter 2 in Acts. That is when, that's noble. And what did it say? They were considered to be a noble group of people. Because you just didn't put something in their face and they say, "Oh, okay, well, this stranger came in here and told us these things, so we're going to take it as face value and go run and tell everybody else." That didn't happen. So, yeah, you can find that. I don't hear nobody reporting on them either. So, just take somebody at their word. Like faith alone, not enough. I don't see where anything where faith is all you need. No, no, it says faith without works is dead. So that's great. Faith, okay, but you're gonna have to put some work in. You're gonna need to do a little work, or else you just blindly following a trend and guessing at best. You're just guessing. You're just making guess. Well, then about what? Where does it say that? And how does it say it? Where is it written? You're coming out looking real dumb. You don't got to look like that. You know. You can ask questions. You can get an understanding. You do know God is to be. He will reason with you. As a matter of fact, isn't it the Almighty that said? Was it the Enoch? Had some questions. Let us reason. That was exactly what God said when speaking. He would say, let us reason. He is a reasonable force. Very reasonable. He is not confusing all over the place and will give you what you need plain and direct with all the confusion and mayhem. So yeah, I am side-eyeing the people who coming out here, you're spreading confusion and mayhem. No, I don't think you listen to the right voices. Very reasonable. I think you listen to the author of confusion. And that author is not the right God. And I did say the right God because unlike you all who are afraid to tap on those doors, I'm not. There are many gods. What's wrong with you people? The Messiah said it. There are many gods. But he's here from the one true, the Almighty, the Supreme One. He told you there were many gods. He even said that some of you were gods. It's not a debate whether or not other gods have walked this earth or existed. It's do they matter? They mattered at one point, then they didn't matter anymore when the Messiah came in. They no longer, all the other gods have a seat. You don't matter. You never really did, but you can get out of the way. We got the real deal Holyfield here now. I don't know why y'all act like it's an abominable sin to even acknowledge that, oh yeah, with some other gods going on. Okay, but they didn't do anything for the people. They were absolutely of no help, no use whatsoever, which is why people were complaining. They were doing nothing because they were of no use. But let y'all tell it. She said there were other gods. Yeah, and there still are. Guess what? There were and there still are. There are other kings and still are. There are other lords and still are. If there wasn't, then how could someone be the Lord of all lords and the King of all kings unless there had been other lords and other kings? There are other shepherds. You're supposed to be following the good shepherd. You might want to check the shepherd you're following. There are other people who are claiming they are the Christ. You might want to make sure you got the right one. You were already warned that others will come in and claiming that they are the Christ, but they are not. You're supposed to be checking the temperature, asking questions. Are you he? What is the response? Because you can end up going in that big wide gate and thinking you're going the right way because the whole world is going the way, only to find out you should have just did like you were told with the door, enter in through the narrow gate. Y'all don't want to do that though. So have fun. And by have fun, so be it, because all you had to do was go through the narrow door. And it does say few who find it, but I mean, I don't see how you cannot. How can you not? How do you not see the door? It's in your face. It's clear. It's not confused, like right there. So to be all walking around in circles and getting lost, you might need to just retract, walk backwards, and try to just redo it. I don't want to say go back in time, but just start over. Just wherever you're at, just stop, reboot, and start over. And then see if you can get another chance, because it's never too late till it's too late. Owen said, "What's up, Owens? Those other guys made the people in the city of Cain went." Oh, okay, all right. Well, let's get into it. Okay, we can hit this real quick. So Owen's talking about the other guys made the people in the city Cain went to receive the mark. Well, wait a minute now, Owen. The mark of Cain. So Cain. So we're talking about Abel and Cain here. You do understand the mark of Cain was divine protection, right? To have the mark of Cain was actually a good thing. So I don't know how another God. Let me see if I'm reading this right. The other gods made the people in the city Cain went to. So Cain, I don't know, maybe I'm not reading it how you're trying to say it. I may not be reading it right. If I'm reading it wrong, just retype it, Owens. So if the mark of Cain is divine protection. Nothing's evil about the mark of Cain. Mess with somebody with the mark of Cain and see what you get. What's the punishment for the mark of Cain, Owens? What happens if you mess with somebody with the mark of Cain? You will be wiped out. You will receive a penalty 7 times worse. People wanted the mark of Cain. So I don't know how another God could pass on a mark that was established by Almighty. I don't think he gave the authority to other people to pass his marks on. Now, I don't know. That not that mark. Not that one. And he built his own city. So Cain, before he got marked. Right, okay. Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. So the divine protection was so Cain would not be harmed by people. What people? Okay, who were the other people? Right. Well, Owens, those that's not on this episode, but we can get into it. So in Instagram, when it comes up, and some people when they've been, because Cain been trending too, and they come on there and they do their little thing, and they doing it all wrong. I'm like, here y'all go. Now y'all done dragged in Cain into this nonsense. He didn't have nothing to do with that. So all you gotta do is look at because the timeline. Okay, so you got Adam, you got Eve, you got Cain, 2 sons, you got Abel. Abel got taken out by his brother. No, I'm reading it right now. So I'm going back to it. I don't take no phase around here. Owens, you got the right one. You got the right one to all the way to the 13th power. Okay. You're asking me who they were. You put people. I'm not confirming that they were people. I'm not going to confirm that they were people. In fact, I will go on record and say they were something, but they weren't the first people. They weren't man. They weren't they were something else. So if that's what you're asking, because I'm trying to see. I'm gonna come back to your comment about the relationships. Not yet, but that's gonna come. Yes, Coffee. That can tie into that. I got something for you on that. I don't get what you're asking because I think the way you typed it, I might not be reading it right. So that protection, yes, I'm agreeing to that. We're right. There was divine protection. Those other. So if you're asking, are you asking what people? Who are the other folks? I don't understand what you're asking, because if you're asking who were the other, who was going to harm him? Because if your brother has passed, and your mother and father you've been sent into exile, who's about to catch up with you and want to hurt you? If you're asking me, was there an existence of someone? Well, yeah, it has to be, because you wouldn't need no mark for protection if there was nobody to be protected from. So common sense and reasoning will say, well, somebody was there, because he specifically asked, do not send me over there to that neck of the woods. Confirm. I confirmed that. And then he went and built his own city, which would have been Nob. In that very same question that you're asking, so if you're asking, well, who are they? Who was he protected from? Well, you're not going to get that. You may never get that answer. But someone was there. Some type of beings were there. You're not going to get that answer. Some stuff you just got to say, okay, well, something was here. Somebody wanted you for blood. The more rational question is, well, why would they have wanted to take him out? Because they were clearly not very kind people. What they got to do with any of that? What would they have to do with wanting him dead? Like, what would they benefit from taking him out? So if you're trying to come at me about ducking the fate, I'm gonna give it back to you and ask you you want to hit the link, Owens? Because then I will ask you, well, then did you consider asking, how did they know how to murder? Because he was supposed to be the first murderer, right? As it's told, he's supposed to be the first murderer, but other people know how to kill besides him, or else he wouldn't have been worried about getting killed. That's what you should be asking. So if you're trying to get me into that place, sir, I'm 13 steps ahead of you. She came from another group of people. Again, I'm 13 steps ahead of you, which understood that there were no women. There was no sister yet. The third child from Eve and Adam would have been Seth. Seth was not even there yet. There was no daughter yet. So then one would only naturally assume that where it all of a sudden Cain kills his brother, sent into exile, begs God, please give me a mark, said the exact words of something like, don't send me there during my exile, for they will surely kill me. Who they are is not specified. It just says they will surely kill me. Who are they? For all I know, they could be leprechauns. I don't know who they were, but he knew these people gonna kill me. That lets me know that kill was a thing and death must have been a thing. Murder must have been a thing. So that lets all I have to see is to know that, okay, something was there that had the ability to take you out, and therefore you were marked. Don't touch me. I see there, you're missing another point. So to Owens think he can out beachy me. So we're going to let Owens get a little work here. You can't out beachy me, Owens. I'm 13 steps ahead of you, shawty. Because if you were really wanting to take it there, you're asking generic questions. What you need to be asking, the city that he went to, that he built and established on his own, the city of Nob, how did he build a city? So you're not asking the right questions. If you want to know where his wife came from, well, then let's look at, how did he build a city? Do you know what a city consists of? A city consists of construction of large structures carved from stone, the foundation carved, formed, stacked on top of each other, certain compartments to categorize as a city. Therefore, how did one man, Cain, make a whole city by himself? There's your answer. So he clearly had help. Who he had help from, you're not going to get that answer. And you don't deserve that type of answer. If you think I'm going to catch a fade on the wrath of woman, you forgot what the title said. You can't outbeat me, Owens. So the better question would have been, I wonder who helped Cain build the city that he would find his wife in. And the better question also would have been, what type of existence did his wife come from? You're not asking deep enough. And you know how you're not asking deep enough? Because Cain was still on the east side of Eden. He was still on the east side of the garden. So you know what it tells me when I hear east side? That there was also a north and a south and a west, because compasses don't lie. Sometimes they falter depending on your location, but they don't typically lie. Not that compass. You're not going deep enough, Owens. The city, the construction of the city, also called Enoch, indicates a shift towards permanent settlement and urban development in Cain's descendants. Okay, so I don't know what you're looking for. I don't know why we're talking about him making love to his wife. Like, how are you all up in Cain's bed? So if that's what you're asking, then you should have just, you're saying another God made the people who helped Cain build the city, and that other God was responsible for Cain's wife. That's what you're saying. I'm simply stating that there were clearly other type of entities. It could have been God. It could have been celestial. It could have been Nephilim. It could have been devils. I don't know. I wasn't there, but clearly there was somebody else in the picture. Okay, that's the only answer you're going to get, and you don't deserve anything more than that, Owens, for trying to thinking I'm going to catch a fade. Not on this wrath. But I did say the one true God. When do you understand the word true? True is superior, the truth, because all gods aren't God. Owens, don't try to take the legitimacy of don't try to take the word true and make that what it's not. I see what you're trying to do. I see what you're trying to do. And I know what teachings you're coming from. I haven't disputed that I said there are other gods. What you're trying to do is are you trying to give creation? See, I was on creation. I don't know what type of time you're on. And there are different types of people. And if you read that New Testament, you would hear what the Messiah says. He even mentions in there about he also welcomes in the alien. The fact that that's even mentioned in the Bible, the word alien, okay? Foreigners, aliens, everybody can get some of this redemption. So I'm just trying to figure out where are you going here? Okay? You guys always have a mighty odd way of wanting to one-up me, but you don't even know what you're asking. So yes, when I say one true God, I'm speaking of the Almighty, the Supreme, the God of all gods, because you forget that I know too how this all popped off. You forget that I know what was said when he said, let us make man in our image, that there was plural. See, let me show you why you're not going to out wrath me, Owens. I read clearly when it said, let us make man in our own image. I understood the us meant there were plural. And when you're speaking and saying, if I'm talking to Quaff and I'm saying, let us make something, that means it's me and him, and possibly other forces there that are about to do something and create something. I get that. There's a plural there. Okay. I'll also understand New Testament where it states in the book of John, not a single thing was created nor made without the permission and blessings of Christ. So I know he was there. I know Christ was there, and I know for a fact that they were there because that's confirmed. Who else? It's speculation. Those two are confirmed to have been there. And I can also confirm that any other God that exists did not and does not still to this day exist without the permission of Christ, because it states that not a single thing, creature, anybody exists in all the entirety of the universe without Christ. He's the head of it all. So then he let them be there. And if he let them be there, it's because he put them there, and then he made them too. You got the right one today. Because I don't have a problem saying, oh, well, I know who made the devil. Who you think? God made him. I'm not naive to this. You might be. Well, then that's your problem. And then you got to own that. Don't come up in here. Over here, it's one. The Almighty is, you wouldn't be, and there's nothing all almighty about anyone that's equal with everybody else. There's nothing one or almighty about it. There needs to be a hierarchy, or there would be some confusion. Same way with the body of Christ. There has to be a head, and everybody else follows in as the other members. So somehow you think there's no hierarchy with the gods. Is that what you're saying? All the gods are on the same playing field, equal power, equal positioning, distribution of power? Then you sound ridiculous. Because if that's the case, then we're going to have problems. And if that's the case, you might want to go back and read Psalm 46:10, where it says, be still and know that I am God. Go back and do that. I tell you what, Owens, since you seem to be so confused on who's running the show, go back. Start somewhere around in the 40s of Psalms. Go check out that fight that broke out with the battle when God started fighting. When this one said, well, I'm God of the water, and I'm God over here, and I'm this over there. And they start breaking out. And somewhere in them 40s, around 46, there's a verse that people quote all the time that says, be still and know that I am God. That's the God I'm talking about. So I don't know who you're talking about and where their voice stands out at when it comes to the actual word. But unless you got something to present where they were able to pop up and do that, stop people from fighting in the names of their gods and make everybody stand still, then I will entertain what you're saying. But you don't have that. Not based on what I'm giving out of this word. Now, you may be using other teachings that I don't entertain. But unless you can combat somebody stepping up in front of everybody and making everybody halt and telling everybody to be still and know that I am God, that's Psalm 46:10. If you don't got that type of power and authority, I'm not trying to hear what you got to say. Because why do I need to listen to a whole bunch of minions and little guys when I can just go to the big one? That's what's wrong with y'all. You men y'all got some nerve. Y'all all want to be in charge. You all want to be counted. And like God, Owen just want mad because he not God. Owen, you want to be God too. So are we arguing? Are we disputing the word true? Well, now that's not going to work there. That's not going to work. They all can't be true and they all can't be real. So false gods aren't a thing. Well, then who are the false gods? Oh, and if everybody a god, then why in the world is God telling us to beware of false gods? You're not now you coming out looking crazy. Now you can get a little bit of rap. Y'all, Owens, he got the right one. If everybody is real and everybody is true, then why is God saying beware of false gods? Why did he say he was going to smash them in pieces? Why does he say your gods who have eyes but cannot see, have mouths but do not speak? They carry no merit, no weight, and I will crush them all with the blow. Like what's going on in that conversation? Because you know that happened, right? So somebody is fake. There are some gods self-proclaimed faker than a $3 bill. They're just not. Oh, I want everything that says to God to be a God. I'm not fighting over anything, but the dispute is the word true. So you're limited in what your understanding of true is. You just think true, just like we were talking about the word legion. Some people are limited. When I use the word legion, they took it and ran with me. And all of a sudden I became a demon queen or something because I used the word legion. With them not understanding the word legion has different, like it means many. You can use it in anything. I can have a legion of straws. I can have a legion of chapsticks. It's a measurement. It's a way to measure a large amount of number of people. And the fact that I used the word legion and somehow I became the goddamn on Crawley the demon of the crossroads over there, you ain't finna tell me nothing, because that word true, how you're seeing true is on a basic level. Because if it wasn't, then what's false? True is true. False is false. Okay, Owens is pushing my patience. Love. Okay, Owens, I thought you were a little bit more mature than this. Love and true love. All right, so we don't disagree. I mean, we don't agree, Owens. We can respectfully disagree, and by disagree, I mean you are dead wrong. A God is not a God. And the fact that you had the nerve to come up here and put both in there with a lowercase g, you deserve to be timed out for at least 30 minutes. But I'm about to be ending soon. But no, they are not all the same. So, Owens, I mean, I don't know where you, good luck with that. Just keep that, you know what? Keep that same energy, Owens. And when the time comes, call out to the one that you believe in, and let's see what happens. Because if what Owen's saying is true, then that means the entire book of Revelation is a lie. If what Owens is saying is true about a God right here, this comment here, y'all, if what Owens is saying is true, that just like love versus true love, we're going to throw that out the way because that's superficial talk. We don't do that over here. He being carnal, talking about love and true love. But and love is love, and a God is a God. These are the type of statements that's going to get y'all marked up with that mark. So we go to X. So since Owens don't know how to correctly approach the bench with information, so let's go to Ezekiel. All right. Honestly, I don't even need it. See, Owens, we're going to get a little work right now. So we go to Ezekiel chapter 9 and we start looking at where the mark of the beast first presents itself. It's because of people like Owens. This comment right here got people marked with that beast. So I can safely assume, Owen, you got marked, buddy. Because if you go in and look at Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 4, and they start talking about who got marked with the mark of the beast, this is what happened. A wrath happened. And when that wrath came from Almighty, he sent a wrath, and the people began calling out to every god and all type of gods. And every single person that called out to the wrong God and pleaded for their help was marked, yes, with the mark of the beast. Ezekiel 9:4. And you can take that same verse and find it in Revelation, except the beast actually presents himself with all his horns and all his crowns. So this type of talk right here, I can safely assume that Owen has been marked. Because if that's his approach, in a minute of a wrath, he's just yelled out to any God to come and save him and deliver him from the upcoming wrath, impending doom that was luring over his head. And he just went for grabbing for anybody. He calling on Zeus. He calling on Thor. He calling on Thanos. He calling on He calling on everybody except for who he was supposed to believe in, and who already showed himself from the beginning of time, in the beginning of creation, who he was. Then you deserve to be with every mark that you got. You deserve it because you walked right into that. So you can thank yourself. I didn't do this to you. You did it to yourself. The minute you said a God is a God, you put it to the test, Owens. So take your mark and exit the stage. And for you people over there in the conscious sector, that's how that works. You don't got to keep doing back-to-back videos with a mark of the beast. All you had to do was go over there to Ezekiel. Y'all don't ever want to do that. It's right there. Y'all still waiting on us to get microchips in our freaking foreheads. Y'all still waiting for everybody to get a barcode in their motherfucking right hand to think you proving a point. Y'all still over there yelling about the vaccination and COVID was a mark of the beast because y'all some slow people. But it told you already what the mark was, and it told you how you got it. It just like what Owens did. He literally just lived out Ezekiel. That's exactly what happened. Hey, did nobody tell him to walk into that? Damn, that's how that worked. Every head that went up, that called out to another god, in that bam was immediately marked. So we're just gonna move Owens on over there to where he belongs. Go over there with the beast and the people that you already claim. You have made your choice. I don't care nothing about it. Owens didn't get the message, what he chose to worship and what he's marked with. Owens, listen up, because you didn't hear it earlier.
That ain't got shit to do with me. That ain't got shit to do with me. That ain't got shit to do with me.
Now, as I stated, see just how I did that? Be ready and diligent at all times, because your enemy, the adversary, is roaming around like a raging, roaring lion, waiting to see whom he can devour. But it won't be beachy. You are not equipped. You are not formidable. And I am not moved. There is not a single question that you can throw at me that I'm not going to have. If I don't got the answer, I most certainly know that what you're saying ain't the right thing. God is not a God. The devil is a liar. And should you be marked, you deserve it by coming out here like that. And putting it with a capital G and like it's out of emphasis. Like that made it have some merit. That's basically saying Satan and Adonai are equivalent. If a God was a God, even based on what you said, Owens, even the devil would tell you lying. Satan himself don't even believe that. Owens, you in the wrong room. I suggest you exit, friend. Even Satan don't believe that. You know how we know that? Let's go back to Isaiah. What happened in Isaiah 14, Owens? What did Lucifer say when he fell? Well, I'll make myself higher than the high God. So that tells you right there that somebody was at the top, higher than everybody else. And here comes Satan, not happy in his position in authority, wanted to rank himself, fail, and in his fall, decided he was going to rise up. And his exact word says, I will make myself higher than the Most High. Owens, you have been exited out and marked with the beast up in here playing with me like that. Even Satan himself tried to out God and outrank the Most High. You sound ridiculous. If you don't get back out, if you don't get yourself up out of here, whatever who sent you with that little message to come run over there and tell her that. See, that's what's wrong with y'all. You need to know what God said, and you need to know what Satan said too. Because even he looking at you like, well, hold up. If we neck to neck, then what are we doing? Then what? So you just lied on the devil. You know what? I ain't never, you know what? The fact that I don't know how that came out, but you lying on Satan. Even he said, no, we ain't all the same. I'm trying to out God. That's why I'm doing what I did. And that's why he said what he said. And I said, I will make myself the Most High. Oh, and this is not a conversation for amateurs. Now you done got marked with the beast and everything out here talking reckless. You better look both ways before you cross the street. You at the beach. No one over here is ignorant. I most certainly am not. So that's that. I don't think anyone can have a rebuttal to that. Yeah. Oh, I'm not debating the microchips or don't exist. We can put those in animals. I'm just stating if people are waiting for that to be the coming of the Antichrist and the end all be all of the mark, then they miss. Then what will happen in there? Because they didn't have no microchips in Ezekiel. So how did those people get marked? What they didn't have no debit cards, no microchips, no computers, no any of that. So something, you see what I'm saying? Like, I don't think they need that. I think that's all you gotta do is read it all. Just like there's two marks. There's another seal. I got one in my forehead, the golden seal. It would be kind of almost like it wouldn't be a mark of Cain, but it's a divine protection, and that's distributed by angels that are the people who have been blessed to not suffer the wrath and judgment. They were marked. I'm marked, except it's not with no beast, and it's not with 666. It's a golden seal. That's divine protection. I will not be suffering in the wrath. I will not be down here wailing in any of the torment. I most certainly will not, because I was firm. And when I called out, because I have lived that, I lived out exactly what he put out. I lived that out. That's why I was so confident and I'm firm in what I said. I lived that out and was faced. Pick somebody. What are you gonna do? And in that moment, I didn't have time for reasoning, rationing, conversation, or debates. It was one name and one confession. And in that moment, bam, chains were off. So you see, y'all go to talk about bondage and what's set free. Well, I don't know, set free on what terms? Because it says whom the Son sets free is free indeed. So if you're in captivity, the only person that can set you free is the Son. Well, who is the Son of the one true living God? Well, he the Son of all God. See, this is what happens when you come in like Owens thinking you want to sound real smart. Now you done contradicted the entire thing, because if you're gonna count in Cain and Abel's story, then you got to go back to creation. Then you're gonna have a problem explaining, well, what's going on here, because even the Old Testament prophesies the coming of a Savior. So then you're going to have to debunk everything that, if we go by what that one statement Owen said is so reckless, it will have people all over the place because they want to believe in every God and they don't want to accept the authority. It's always you men. It's you men. And this is why the wrath of the woman is a real thing, because you men have a problem with submission. It's easier for you to say, well, it's a couple of them, so I don't gotta submit to anybody. Except you do. And you will, whether you like it or not, because that's what Philippians 2:10 said. Every knee will bow and every tongue will confess. You don't gotta like it, but you will do it. It's written again in Revelation. You will sit there and be on your knee and you will confess. So somebody's lying. I choose to go with what I was shown. And I can assure you, I wasn't even trying to play with it. I already knew. I'd have to think twice. So I guess this would be an example. Owen's coming in the room. You can say there would be a separation. We can go into, I don't know, maybe Matthew, maybe 24. I don't know, maybe separate the sheep from the goats. He at this time would consider a goat. I'd be considered separated, because everything he's saying, it doesn't stand on any weight, because all of that still doesn't matter. Because if we went back to Cain and Abel and we went into all of that, what does any of that have to do with salvation? Nothing. It doesn't. What did that have to do with the beginning of the lie that we talked about in the New Testament, and the wrongful execution, and who showed up and stopped that? The Messiah. Who was the Messiah? Well, I don't got to be reminded, and if you do, well, then that's not my problem. I don't have to go all around the world. He's the Christ. He is the Son of the one true living God, alive. Some of them gods been killed off, Owens. They're dead. They didn't make it. They weren't relevant enough. But he still want to believe in them, because for a man, it is hard for them to submit. They're so busy trying to make us submit, they forgot they too need to submit. And it's because they refuse to submit to the final authority that actually has the last say so, is the very reason we all out here looking like this. but you want everybody else to submit, right? Y'all over there, y'all gonna have a submission panel tomorrow. Y'all want the woman to submit to one man, but you can't even submit to one God. If you don't go on from up out of here, you sound ridiculous. So you want the woman to submit. Okay, manosphere, y'all really playing now in my face. You all come up in here. You want the woman to submit to you and your authority, but you can't even submit to the God that you believe in. This ain't gonna work. And this is why I'll take my chances following. I don't just get out. I don't even want to play with y'all. I'll take my chances because following a man like Owens, I'm going straight to the inferno, which is I'm not willing to do. I'm not going any lower than I have to already go. Dealing with a man lead me into my own destruction. Y'all see what Owens just did? Owens is Adam. Owens will be that man. Sorry, Owens, but you came in here with it, so I got to give it to you like that. I still like you though. I mean, you marked up and all, but I still like him. You wave the white flag, but too bad. You don't get to decide when to surrender. No, you forgot over here. It's no surrender, no retreat. Just like y'all held me like that, it works over there. Over here, it's the same way. No surrender, Owens, no retreat. You don't get to surrender, nor do you get to retreat. You walked up and ran up, and you thought you could outbeat me, so you're going to stay right here until I let you go. And I have not let you go. So right now, I'm holding you captive because you tried it. And you tried my God. You tried my Father. You tried my Savior. And for that, you got what you got. And you feel away now because now you realize, well, hold on. You wanted to sound smart. You wanted to bring in an intellectual question. You wanted to catch me stumble. You thought, what did you say? I was going to catch a fade, only to realize you don't even know what you stand on. You up in here putting all the gods in one big old, here's a God, here's a God. You take God, you take God. Any, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by his toe and found out. Did you go look up Ezekiel real quick? I bet you ran and looked at that up and said, oh, yeah. Quote that. The next time you want to tell me is God is God. And then go over there and tell Satan and the Luciferians why their God isn't the most high, because that's what he's trying to do. And that's what he said he was going to do. Although he's going to fail. And he has failed. You're going to have a problem. Now Owens and Merida, only in BG Live can a manosphere come over here and somehow y'all done pissed off all the gods. Now Owens has single-handedly, today will be a war. It's going to break out, the war of the gods. It's going to break out because they think they can control and manipulate that. Y'all some real cocky motherfuckers. Y'all think y'all can control the gods. Who, the fact that you even think that is quite hubris, is it not? It's very hubris of you. Well, that's not my concern. So moving on. And he's still in here. If you don't put not it now, other scripture, okay? It's not going to work. You're done. You wave the flag. Don't try it. Ain't no but. This is not a back and forth dialogue. You're canceled out. I don't even need to look at what you're saying. You canceled yourself out the minute you made all gods equal. You canceled yourself out the minute that you denied that there is one Almighty. You canceled yourself out when you made all gods equal to the Son. You canceled yourself out when you thought you would come in here quoting stuff from the book of Enoch as if somehow I was going to catch an epiphany and stumble over the very things I already know. Sir, have several seats back over there in 567 Condemnation Avenue. You have been condemned by your own words. That's what's haunting you. It's not me that's bothering you. It's your own words. Because something about what I'm saying making you feel a type of way. That's the fury. And I just put that in you. And I anticipate you're going to be very uncomfortable for the remainder of this day. That's not my concern. Nobody told you to get out here and publicly declare in front of the whole World Wide Web that God is all gods are equal, including Satan with the most. You did that. So make sure that you have that same energy on the day. On the day and the hour It's your turn. Keep that same energy. I will make sure to visit you. And I'm going to be looking at you just like this. I will make sure to come and visit you. Oh, I got other people I'm going to come visit too. Because they over there talking about the gods and this whatever and want to out. Okay, I'm going to visit them too. And I'm going to see how that worked out for you. You almost better than believing and don't have anything to stand on, and you can't stand on everything. You want to stand on all the squares. See, that's what's happening when somebody want to play it safe and they don't want to submit. They just say, you know what, I'm gonna take them all in. A God is a God. Oh, okay. Well, we're gonna have some problems because that means everything else is a lie. If anybody go with that, or God is, that is nowhere. No faith thinks that. I ain't never heard that. That might be a first to me, that all gods are all equal and created the same according to. Oh, I don't think anybody has ever said that. Everybody usually think they with the, if not the right one, or they have an option, but they ain't never put them all on an equal playing field. Even the celestials aren't on an equal playing field. Well, not my concern. So moving on. What's up, Sharon? Good morning. So being that Owens just got served a little bit of wrath, Sharon, he thought he was going to out wrath me and found out that he done got himself mark of the beast and got stamped and utterly embarrassed. And now he wants to leave because he thought he was going to out Cain me. Like, I don't know who Cain is. You thought you were going to out mark me, out Cain me, out Abel me, out creation me, out wrath me, out God me, and you can't. So now we got to play for his community, for the Ace of Spades community. Here y'all go again. We're going to send them back to Portugal, y'all. Listen.
Per capita, you have gotten away with tethering and probing in America's business for too long. You're under arrest. You dare challenge me. This ends now. Take his bow and arrest him. He's not welcome in America.
You dare challenge me!
Yes, I do. This ends now. Get him.
You will regret this, BG!
Child, no one is untouchable.
Shout out to Sharon. We just want to let you know that's what happens when you come busting up in the room thinking that you cannot be touched, only to find out, yes, you can be. All right, and you will. All right, right there. Wink on your forehead. Just a quick little peek right there. Just a quick little stamp right there. Do not come in flying in like Owens all high and cocky thinking that you can out wrath me. Okay, the fact that this entire conversation started from Genesis, every time I told, all I got to do is say Genesis. All I got to do is say creation. All I got to do is say Adam or Eve, and y'all come flying in with thinking you're going to undo all of that. No, you're not. Find you something to stand on. We know about the man who stands for nothing falls for everything. Now you have a blessed day. And on that, we're going to let it go because Owens took us out on the bang. What more can we say? He gave us everything we needed. We don't need nothing else. I think we can officially say that was a wrap. I appreciate it. I really do. You were the highlight of the conversation. I welcome it. Now take that back over there with your touchable people and tell them next time send a better representative. You are unqualified, sir. All y'all unqualified, and you know you are. You're just not. You're unqualified. You cannot match the God in me. Surpasses whatever you got going on. Because the minute you said that we're all equal, that's the gods, the people, the celestials, whatever, and that there was not a hierarchy, you made yourself equal with God. And I knew where you were going with that. I let you walk right on up into that. You might want to be careful because I'm not the one that goes and try to lead you out of trouble. I'm going to walk you right up to the fire, drop your ass off, and leave you because I just don't care about you like that, okay? I am her. I, in all my wrath, have no problem taking your hand, walking you right over there to the inferno, and blowing you up in there. On that note, I am out. This is doing the Pretty Gangster Productions. Good morning and good day to everybody else. I will see you in the comments, and I'll be over there. See you soon, Sharon. You back yet? We coming back on Monday, on Messy Monday. We ain't had a Messy Monday, Sharon. The people want Messy Monday back. You've been messing up my week, so you need to come back. This was 3. We got 4. Genesis, gods of gods, can't right. And ended with submission because that's all that really comes back to. Men in the submission. You can't even pick a god. Pick some. Even Sharon got somebody he picked. Y'all don't see Sharon Chain. I catch everything. I see it all. Pick somebody. Don't get out here and get ran over talking about, you know what? Any God, it doesn't matter. Just I'll pick one. Pick somebody, please.